When I was a child, we'd go to the original Credit Union of America on Ellis Street, and they'd always give me a red lollipop.
My car needed repairs, and my mechanic delivered the news that it was going to cost quite a bit more than I had planned for.
I love my job as a teacher, but it can be tough. Recently, I received a box filled with classroom supplies from Credit Union of America.
It all started with the lollipop.
It all started with a box of school supplies.
It started with a personal loan, but today,
Credit Union of America
is so much more to me.
Where will you start? Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies soccer is on the air. Welcome to everyone in Grizzly Nation to another webcast of your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies as they take on the best teams in Kansas and pursue a 6A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long on youtube.com/NWHSGrizz. Today's webcast is brought to you through the support of the many sponsors of this year's Eric Profit Scholarship Golf Tournament, including the following: Mel Hambleton Ford on the big corner of 119th West in Kellogg. We're better. We're proving it. You be the judge. Thank you, Lisa Hambleton. And by Aerotech Engineering, 5555 North 119th Street West in Maize, serving customers that rank among the world's largest manufacturers of civilian and military aircraft. Thank you, Tom Simon and everyone at Aerotech Engineering. By Tom Lassiter and Fleeson, Gooing, Colson & Kitch, attorneys in the Epic Center at 301 North Main. We believe our clients' best interests and needs are our own. By Intrust Bank of Wichita, 105 North Main with branches throughout Sedgwick County. Intrust is built on value. We change to meet the times, but we will never change our principles. By Dan Garreau and the law firm of Dugan & Garreau, experts in personal injury, business law, workers' compensation, wills, and trusts. Now with our new location at 3636 North Ridge Road, Suite 100. By McCurdy Real Estate and Auction on East 13th Street, just east of K96, serving Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma for over 40 years. Real estate, but better. By the Joe and Judy Coughlin and the Chris and Jan Shoemaker families, strong supporters of Grizzly soccer through the Eric Profit Memorial Soccer Fund. By Emerson Biggins, 808 East Douglas at the east edge of Old Town. Come visit Emerson Biggins and enjoy the great food, cold brews, and hospitality of Luis Lopez and his staff today. By Hurricane Sports Bar at the corner of 13th and Tyler. Luis Lopez has brought his hospitality west to make it convenient to Grizzly Nation. By Credit Union of America, where members are the owners. With branches all over the Wichita metro area, Credit Union of America stands ready to serve you. By Todd Eflin Narrates. Hey, that's me. Voiceovers for audiobooks, product and promotional videos, telephone systems, and business commercials. By the Robert L. Gould Foundation, a philanthropic trust assisting the educational needs of young people at Northwest for over 10 years. By the Eric Profit Memorial Soccer Fund, providing scholarship assistance to Northwest soccer seniors each year through the support of the Eric Profit Scholarship Golf Tournament. And by the many other sponsors who make this webcast possible. And now, to the field and to the voice of the Grizzlies, Kevin Arkin.
How we doing? And even with that, this wind is worse than it was Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll let you do your varsity alone.
All right, why don't you swing over there? We're going to do a couple of tests. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Todd Eflin. Welcome to Maize High School And the Maize High School Eagles hosting the Wichita Northwest Grizzlies in a non-league doubleheader tonight. This is a traditional outing for both schools to get together once a year on the soccer field, and it is our turn this year to travel to Maize High.
Yeah, this is terrible.
And that's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not.
Stand back further. Back. Right there. Now try it.
You can still hear the same, no?
No, you're much better there, actually.
Okay. Oh, my hair.
So we're trying to find a spot where we can stand and talk and still be heard. If you were with us on Tuesday, you know that the city of Wichita had declared a clean underwear alert that day because it was so windy. The wind on Tuesday is nothing like it is today. The only difference today is that it's out from a different direction. Today the wind is out of the north. It is blowing steady between 30 and 35 miles an hour. There's supposed to be gusts of 40 to 45 during the game. And the entire games are likely to be played to our immediate left because that's where the wind is pushing everything.
Yeah.
So we're trying to adapt as much as we could. Quite frankly, one of the coaches wanted us to move to the other side. We're up on the press box level on a small balcony to the south of the press box where there's a little bit of a break of the wind because the building is in the way. And had we moved to the other side like we were asked to after we got set up, first of all, he was too late. Secondly, we would have no break from the wind at all. So we'll just have to see how this works, and we'll be actually, she's doing us a favor by closing the door.
Yeah, a bit.
So here we are. The other issue that we have today is the start time of the first game. Today is senior day for the Maize Eagles, and they will have senior night ceremonies in between games while we're doing the pregame show with Austin Clifton.
Can we get an admin to the booth, please?
We are right next to the PA speaker. The PA speaker is literally 5 feet from where Sussana is standing, and it's bigger than she is. So we're going to hear plenty of PA announcements throughout the game today. We don't have what we need here. We're also concerned about our stuff blowing away. The computer's already been blown off the table once.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so...
But I caught it literally before it went down the steps behind you.
April said underlined ones are JV, circled ones are varsity.
Which ones are starting?
The underlined ones.
The underlined ones are the starters.
For JV, and then for varsity, it's the circled ones.
Okay. We've got some time to fill here.
Kevin.
And we're going to go ahead and fill it with, first of all, we'll have Sussana give you the starters for both teams, except I can't find the starters for... Yes, I marked the starters for Northwest are here and both of these.
Okay.
Okay?
Gosh, this
So
wind.
Sussana's going to go ahead and give you the starters.
I think I'm too quiet for this wind.
You may be. Do the best you can. Get as far away from the front as possible based on the amount of cord you have.
I won't be able to see nothing over there, so that's great. Anyways, JV Maize High starters. Number 00, Cooper Shaw. I get confused. Number 12, Sebastian Luna. Number 20, Eli Blankenship. Number 22, Logan Aerosmith. Number 24, Joseph Herder. Number 27, Todd. Number 29, Thatcher Auden. Number 30, Emery Holtberg. Number 34, Landon Johnson. Number 38, Xavier Lenes. And number 39, Reese Demas. And for your Grizzlies, number 1 in goal, Johnny Hugh. Number 2, Brett Anderson. Number 5, Javier Rico Lopez. Number 7, David George. Number 8, Kevin Gonzalez. Number 10, Brighton Davis. Number 13, Isaac Featherston. Number 14, Jared Arevalo. Number 20, Miles Bemis. Number 22, Max Nunez. It doesn't help that we're right next to music.
Yes, it does not help that the PA speaker is literally 5 feet from where Sussana is. The good news is they're going to turn that lousy music off once the game starts, so you won't have to hear that in the background.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead and give you all a 2-minute break from the music, and then we'll be back with more of our pregame here at Maize High. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Intrust Bank is a major sponsor of the Northwest Soccer program through the Eric Profit Scholarship Tournament. At Intrust Bank, we place our values at the center of everything we do. It's a philosophy we have followed for more than 140 years. This principled approach to business is encapsulated into 3 words: tradition for today. This principle makes us different from the rest. Check out Intrust Bank today at intrustbank.com.
Campaign of this property and it's sold right. Shall we book it? Yes. Yeah. Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Bill Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. Are you looking for a used car, truck, or SUV? With the largest selection in the state, you're sure to find the vehicle you're searching for at Mel Hamilton Ford. At the Big Corner, customers are number 1, so every used vehicle is checked out in our shop by a certified technician before it goes out on the lot for sale. Shop Mel Hamilton Ford first, a dealer you can trust. Visit us out on West Kellogg today or shop us online at mhford.com. Mel Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Grizzly Soccer Online is supported by Todd Eflin Narrates. I'm the voice you hear on our sponsor announcements. My wife is an alum of Northwest, and this is my 6th season as your announcer. I was a longtime radio personality in Wichita and now do full-time voice acting. You can use my voice for your business, like product or training videos, telephone systems, radio or TV spots, and audiobooks. Learn more online at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com.
We're back now at A's High on a very windy day. The temperature at game time, 69 degrees. Temperature-wise, it isn't bad. A cold front came through yesterday. You know, all the wind we had Tuesday.
Oh, God.
Yesterday, there was no wind at all. And, you know, if we'd have played the game yesterday, it would have been perfect. But today, the wind is just absolutely horrible. This is probably the windiest
game we've had.
But certainly the windiest game this year.
Probably in a few years since I've been here.
The only game that even resembled this wind-wise that I can remember was years ago when I was calling the Cape and Mount Carmel at Hayes playoff game. They were in the middle of a dust storm when we played.
Oh, wow.
And the wind was a lot like it is now, blowing about 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, this is great. We love it.
At some point, April, someone needs to go down there, and someone down there needs to take our picture.
Tell Clifton right now. He's right there.
Oh, hey, we got a break. Someone who is not one of us has turned the speaker in a different direction. Oh, it's blowing back, though. It's blowing back at us. We're going to have to see what we can do about that.
I don't think there's much we can do. She was the one who turned it to try and get it away from us.
Yeah, that was nice of her to do that.
Yeah. Not much anything else can do.
It's going to be bad news. The coin toss going on at the center of the field.
The coin's going to fly away.
Okay, we've got the speaker problem addressed. The actual problem was the mounting bolt had come loose and the speaker was about to fall off. So I just did him a big favor and hand tightened it. And using my superior strength, it will hold until the games are over.
Superior strength. Maybe it'll fall another day. Not today, though.
There you go. Maize is in their home red uniforms with white numerals and white trim. The Grizzlies are in their road white uniforms with blue numerals and blue trim. And it looks like the Grizzlies will play with the wind first, based on what I'm seeing out there.
I believe so.
Yes, it does look like that Maize will defend the goal to our left. The wind 40 miles an hour at least, and blowing from right to left. This is a north-south field, and the wind is out of the north, coming at 40 miles an hour. And Maize, the city of Maize, did issue a clean underwear alert this morning.
Yeah, very clearly.
Because of the wind. This is not going to get any better during the varsity game either.
It might get worse, actually, since it's going to be later in the day.
It will be. All right, we're going to turn it over to Sussana Ontiveros to bring you the play-by-play of the junior varsity contest.
You guys, you know I'm quiet. I'll try my best. Okay, kicking off. We are kicking off first. Who is that? Is that? Okay, Rico Lopez starting this off, sending it back to Anderson. Anderson going wide on the far side to Arevalo. Arevalo trying to get it up to Gonzalez, getting it to a Maize player instead. Maize controlling. Oh, they are naming the starters. I cannot even hear myself. Ball on the far side, kind of being loose. Arevalo trying to get it. Still in play. Arevalo getting it up to George on the far side. George Davis up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez still with it, trying to make a move and get it to Davis. Bit of a struggle there. Maize with it now, carrying. Lee, a good step to get it out. Getting it up to Rico Lopez. Lopez getting it past one. Sending a through ball to Featherston. That's going to carry. The wind is going to carry that. There's no smart idea of playing any through balls today, because it's just going to go even faster. Number 30 with it on the near side. Holtberg sending it up. Lee is there to clear that. Oh my gosh. Holtberg throwing it in. Through ball being sent to Todd. Goes out of play though. Off of a Maize player maybe? Yeah, off of a Maize player. It'll be a Northwest throw-in. Bemis getting ready to take this. You guys, I cannot see this. The building is in my way, and it's blocking my eye vision. I don't even know if you guys can see it on the camera.
They actually cannot, and for those of you who have watched games from this field before, the corner to our immediate right is out of our line of vision because the building itself is in the way. So anything that happens over there will be, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, I'm on the floor and I cannot see it. Ball on the far side. George getting it back, looking for some help. Getting it up to Rico Lopez. Lopez looking for some help. Still has it. Getting it to George on the far side. George. Anderson. Anderson bringing it up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, his pass is blocked. Long ball being sent. Might go out of play. And it does. This wind is carrying everything. Oh, Arevalo got to jump the fence for that one. There he goes. Good job. Good job, Chair. I would have fallen. Jumping a fence in your cleats on concrete, fallen. Far side. Ball has moved about 20 yards. It'll be another throw in. George will handle this one. Actually, he'll leave it for Arevalo. Arevalo. Looking for someone to get it into Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets dispossessed. Far side. I cannot see the numbers of Maize on there. Red and white. So, Rico Lopez with it. Sending it to George. Far side to his right. Bringing it up is George. Trying to get across. Gets deflected out of bounds. And it'll be a corner kick. Maybe this will help a bit. Oh, that actually is helping. I'm blocking it. Trying to block the wind with my paper.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you. George getting it in. Ball bouncing around. A shot being taken, headed away. Arevalo still with it. His shot's blocked. Hard contact. Far side. Sending it up is Maize. Trying to get it up to a player. Anderson gets that. Getting it up to George. George gets dispossessed. Far side. Anderson, a good job again. Gets dispossessed though. Ball being sent up. It is with Todd. Todd looking for some help. Arevalo, a good step. This is actually working really well. Bringing it up is Maize. Sending a through ball. Trying to get it to who is that? To Wheeler. Lee, a good interception. Boots that ball up. It will go all the way back to Shaw. Shaw looking for some help for his goalkeeper distribution. I bet the wind is going to carry that back, and it did. Davis getting it. Ball being sent up. Bemis trying to get in between that. Bringing it up is Holtberg. Holtberg looking for some help, trying to send Todd. Gets intercepted. Anderson to Davis. Trying to get it to Rico Lopez. A little bit of miscommunication there. Davis gets it back, though. To Gonzalez. Gonzalez sending George. That ball is being carried completely by the wind. George will get there, though. Getting across on the floor. Still in play. Far side trying to be cleared out. Goes out of play off of a Maize player, and it'll be a throw-in. Arevalo will come up to take this. Arevalo into Anderson. Anderson getting past one, getting it to George. George sending a cross in. Bobbing, trying to be cleared out. There's nothing getting cleared out if it's going to be through the air. If you're kicking it off the ground, it's going to get pushed right back. So I really do not recommend that. Anderson to Gonzalez. Gonzalez getting past one, past two. Still has it. Takes a shot right at Shaw, and he will get a goalkeeper distribution. First shot actually, that gets past. Other shots have been blocked. It's been a good little few minutes. About 6 minutes in. Through ball being sent. Todd trying to get there. Lee is there, though. Getting it to Bemis on the near side. Bemis overleads him, and it goes off of Bemis. It'll be a throw-in for Haltberg. Haltberg into Todd. Todd trying to get it back to Haltberg. He does. Bemis trying to get in between both. Gets it off of him. Haltberg gets it deflected off of Bemis. It'll be a Maize throw-in. Throwing it in. Gonzalez, a good job to get in between that to Featherston. Trying to get it back to Gonzalez. Too long. Bringing it up is Auden. Auden to Haltberg. Haltberg getting a cross in. Nunez, a good job to get headed away. Getting it to Anderson. Anderson in a bit of trouble right there. Loses it. Todd with it. Sending it back to Haltberg. Haltberg getting a cross into the back post. Too long. Arevalo over there trying to fight for it. Goes off of a Maize player, and it'll be a throw-in for Arevalo. Arevalo looking for some help. 23 minutes remaining. Score of 0-0 on a very windy Thursday afternoon. There's good weather. It's just way windy. Ball goes all the way back to Johnny. Johnny will pick it up. He'll get a goalkeeper distribution. You see the wind is carrying because he's kicking to the left. Rico Lopez, a good job. He gets past one, past the last defender. Might get a shot off. He does. Gets deflected off of a Maize player, and it goes wide. And it will be a corner kick. Going up to take it is Anderson. Anderson getting set on the far side, trying to find the ball. Ball went all the way back. One of the varsity players for us is trying to get it for him. Who is that? I think that's Basil. Thank you, Basil. So nice. Getting it to Brett. Brett going over there. George making a run. Anderson getting a ball in. Shot being taken. Featherston still there. Blocked by Shaw. A good job by him. He was right there. Could have been a goal. Davis intercepts the goalkeeper distribution, trying to get it up towards Featherston. Sends it behind him, though, and we will have 2 subs. And I'm sure you'll hear the PEA announcer if she says them. She gonna say them? If not, it is number 23, Johan Ibarra, and number 24, Joseph Herder. Taking this throw-in is Luna. Luna coming up from his center back position. Getting it up. Ball goes over Bemis. Bringing it up is Herder. Herder has Ibarra in the center of the field. Gets it to Ibarra. He might get a shot off. A good job by Nuñez to body him off. And Johnny as well. He was there. Not sure who got that blocked, but very good job by both of them. So I'll give them credit both. Not sure who. Far side, Arevalo. Sending a ball up towards Featherston. Featherston trying to touch it to Rico Lopez, a bit too high for him. Ball goes all the way back to Bemis. Rico Lopez gets called for a foul. A bit behind the halfway line, so maybe like 45 yards from where the Maize goalie is. Kick being taken by R. Smith, not quite sure. Ball goes to Anderson, though. Gonzalez bringing it up. Sending it to Rico Lopez. He overleads Lopez. Ball goes through. George intercepts that pass back. Shot being taken. Goes wide of the goal. I think he was trying to look for Javier. So he was trying to look for Rico Lopez. He just let him a bit. Oh yeah, goal kick. We'll be back in 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
We are grateful to Kathy Morris of 1881 Liquors in Council Grove for her support of Grizzly Soccer on the web.
Forget at the beginning of every game. Hi guys, we're back. Shaw getting set to take this goal. He might take himself. He has some players that he might go short to. Near side, player calling for is Haltberg. He goes short instead. Goes to R. Smith. Getting it to Haltberg. Haltberg looking for some help. Sending a through ball towards Ibarra. Ibarra gets past Nuñez. Still being pressured. He gets a shot that goes wide. A good job to get him off balance. Is it being called a foul, though?
It's a goal kick.
It's a goal kick, you guys. We will be back in 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Grizzly Soccer on YouTube is being brought to you in part by Tom Simon and everyone at Aerotech Engineering, 5555 North 119th Street West, Maize, Kansas, 67101. Proud sponsors of Grizzly Soccer.
Lee taking this, sending it on the far side to Arevalo. Arevalo getting a through. It goes off of a Maize player side. It will be a throw-in for Arevalo. Memphis Estrada coming in for the Grizzlies. You know what? I'm just going to take out the Maize high players. Far side, ball being sent up. Lee is there, though, getting it up to Rico Lopez. Rico Lopez gets bodied off of it for a second. He recovers. Sending a through ball to George. I don't think he'll get there. The wind. I'm telling you, the wind is pushing everything. It is a goal kick, and we will be back in 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Grizzly Soccer on YouTube is being brought to you in part by Tom Simon and everyone at Aerotech Engineering, 5555 North 119th Street West, Maize, Kansas, 67101. Proud sponsors of Grizzly Soccer.
Short goal kick being taken, far side. Applying some pressure is Arevalo. Arevalo intercepts that. He is high up on the field. Getting it to Rez Lopez. Trying to get it to Estrada. Estrada still getting it. Gets it deflected. Haltberg on it. Sending it up to Flanagan. Lee intercepts that pass. Gets it to Featherston. A bit too long, though, and it'll go out for a throw-in. Flanagan will take this, taking it short into Hallberg. His touch is a bit off. Rico Lopez intercepts. Hallberg getting it back. Rico Lopez coming back to help. Goes off of him, and it'll be a throw-in for Hallberg. Hallberg getting it in. Goes off of Bemis. Bemis sending it up. Trying to get it. Estrada applying some pressure. Ball being sent. Hallberg on it. Anderson there to intercept. Back to Hallberg. Getting it to Ibarra at the top. Goes all the way back. Auden with it. Getting past 2. Far side. Trips over the ball. So Arevalo will get that. Arevalo looking for some help. His pass gets deflected. Goes to George. Arevalo gets it back. Getting it to Estrada. Estrada looking for some help on this side. Behind Featherston. Featherston, a bit of a difficult target. I don't believe he's received an actual ball, either too ahead or too behind. Ball being thrown in. Goes over Hallberg. Still in play. Long ball being sent. Goes out of play, though. And it'll be a throw-in for Bemis.
Into the Eagles, number 24, Joe Herder.
Ball sent in. Bemis heading it away. Hallberg heading it back. Bemis getting up to Rico Lopez. He has Gonzalez in the center of the field. Gonzalez past 1. Past 2. Getting it to Rico Lopez. Lopez to Featherston. Featherston can get there. Sending a cross in on the floor. Rico Lopez almost got a shot off. A good play by Lenos. Either one. Not quite sure which one to get it off. And it'll be a corner kick. Anderson coming up to take it. Anderson taking this cross. Almost headed by Nuno. Shaw is there, though. He goes for a quick distribution, getting it up to Ibarra. Ibarra sending it up. Lee is there, though. Still carrying, trying to find some help. Up to Featherston. Goes over Featherston's foot, and it'll go all the way back for a throw-in.
Into the Grizzlies, number 9, Julian Garcia, Isbell.
Julian Garcia coming in for the Grizzlies.
Back into the Eagles, number 20, Eli Blankenship. And number 39, Reese DeMont.
Throw-in being taken by Flanagan. Going short, goes to Aerosmith. Aerosmith sending it up to Ibarra. Lee intercepts that pass. Bemis trying to get it. Ball will go out for a Maize throw-in. Flanagan coming up to take it. Bemis intercepts that. Did it go off a Maize player? It did, and it'll be a throw-in for Bemis. Takes a quick one up to Featherston, to Estrada, to Bemis. A bit too ahead of Bemis, and it'll go out for a Maize throw-in. Taking this throw-in is Demos. Getting it to Ibarra, headed away. Estrada on it. Trying to switch the field, getting it to Arevalo. Gets intercepted, though. I do not have a number 40. Oh, wait, I do. Peterman. Okay, there we go. Far side. Ball being sent up by George. Goes all the way back to Shaw. Shaw with it. We'll get a goalkeeper distribution. Long kick. Being pushed back by the wind. Not quite sure where it'll end up. Featherston gets a head on it. He goes down. On the ball is Herder. His pass gets semi-intercepted. On it now is Johnson. Johnson looking for some help. Getting it Herder. Lee is there, though. Bemis with it. Ball goes off of a Maize player, and it'll be a throw-in. Kenneth Pint, number 16, checking in for the Grizzlies. Number 27, Braylon Todd, checking in for Maize. Bemis will take this. Getting it up, headed on by Featherston. Clearance gets blocked by another Maize player. And Bemis will get a throw in about 25 yards higher. Bemis looking for some help. Featherston making some movement, gets it into him, off his chest. Gonzalez in the center of the field takes a shot. Wide of the goal, it'll be a goal kick, and we will be back in 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Allen Lee Screen Printing, 348 North Washington in Wichita.
We're back. Okay. Checking in, number 14, Matias Saez. Oh my gosh. Matias Saez. I'm sorry. Far side, goal kick was taken. Arevalo on it. Getting it up to Garcia. Garcia to Estrada. Estrada. His clearance. May's clearance goes all the way out to Arevalo. Arevalo Anderson. Back to Arevalo. Arevalo to Garcia. Goes behind of him. Sending a pass. Trying to get it up. Will go behind Pinto and it'll go out for a Maize throw-in. Number 16, Omar Alba. Checking in for Maize Eagles.
Number 16, Omar Alba.
Ball being thrown in. Pint will intercept that. Will go off of him and out of bounds, and it will be another Maize throw-in, about the same distance. Ball being thrown in. It goes into Johnson. Johnson still working with it. Getting it up to Alba. Alba back to Johnson. Johnson trying to get a ball up. Gets fouled, and it will be called. Coming up to take the free kick is Blankenship. Free kick taken, far side. On it is Herder. Shot just goes wide of the goal. Deflected by Johnny. A good save by him. And it'll be a corner kick. Rico Lopez checking back in. Julian Garcia might be hurting a bit.
Number 26, Connor Levy.
Corner flag is being blocked, so I don't know who's taking it. Corner goes in. Back post, Alba on it. Arevalo gets it back. Arevalo trying to get past two. Ball goes to the center of the field with Auden. Auden setting it on the near side. Near side, it is Blankenship. Good job by Bemis. No foul called. Blankenship is still down. He seems to be hurting. Might be a little stoppage of time here. I'd recommend it.
Sub, please. Isaac, you're going to the middle. You're going to go to Brett. Brett's coming out. It's different, but you got to stay on. Stay in the middle. Brett. Isaac, you're going to the middle where Brett is.
On to the Grizzlies, number 15, Jeremiah Leal.
Jeremiah Leal coming in. Anderson coming off. Getting a bit of a few changes in the field. Featherston will go to a new position. Believe defensive mid. Not quite sure if he's played there. Doesn't seem like he has. But I'm sure he'll be great at it. He's a very good player. Bemis throwing this in to Rico Lopez. Lopez. His touch goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. Taking this throw-in is Air Smith. Throw-in being taken. Leal trying to get it back. Goes off of him and out of play, and it'll be a Maize throw-in once again. Two Maize players checking in. Number 21, Chase
On the field for the Eagles, number 21, Chase Wheeler. Number 32, Maize El Sabato.
Ball being sent up. On it is Luna. Luna sending it wide to Alba. Alba sending it up. Good little step by Davis. And Estrada. Estrada gets it back, sending it to Nuno's. Nuno's sending it up. On it is Herder. Herder getting in between. Lee, a good job to deflect it out, and it'll go out for a throw-in for Maize. Number 32 checking in for Maize. Museo Shibadu. Shibadu, maybe? Throw-in being taken. Lee heads it away. Goes out of play once again, and it'll be a throw-in for Maize. About the same distance. Center of the field. Maize with it. Estrada applying some pressure. Leal joins in there. Goes off of Leal, and it'll be a throw-in for Maize. Taking this throw-in is Levy. Levy getting it in quick. Back to Levy. Bemis intercepts his pass. Trying to get it up to Leal. Bemis got fouled a few yards back, and it'll be a free kick. Lee will take this. Short free kick up to Bemis. Bemis trying to get past one, gets bodied off. Bringing it up is Demos. Sending it back. Center of the field, it is with Wheeler. Wheeler to Demos. Featherston gets in touch on that pass. Near side. Todd with it. Sending it back. Center of the field, it is Wheeler with it. Sending it up. Some possession being played by Maize. Good job by Bemis to get in there. Rico Lopez might intercept that. He does. Getting up to Featherston. Rico Lopez was being held, so that will be called a foul, and it'll be a free kick. You guys, I don't know if you haven't realized, but Colby Chege, he's been correcting me over his last name. Anyways, he hasn't played a few games. That's because he broke his wrist, I believe. So he's back though today. He has something on. He's waiting to come back on. Free kick was taken up to Bemis. Featherston to Bemis. Bemis bringing it up. He has some space, trying to get past two. Overleads himself, and it will go out of play for a corner kick. Number 4, Colby Chegek checking in, as well as number 23, Aaron Villalobos. Coming off, Kenneth Pint, as well as Sives. Two minutes remaining, 2:55 remaining. Score of 0-0. Featherston coming over to take this corner kick, still having to go chase the ball. Bit of miscommunication on who was going to take that. Few seconds off, maybe about a minute off. Featherston coming up. Corner being taken towards the near post. Leo with it, gets it, getting a cross in. Rico Lopez, Chege, Rico Lopez maybe, heads it. Ball being sent up, Featherston is there, goes off of him. Shot is high and over everything, and it'll be a goal kick, and we will be back in 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
All American Automotive, 8535 West 21st Street, serving the automotive repair and tire needs of Wichita since 1972.
Awaiting this goal kick. Shaw had to go chase that ball. I don't know why they don't have ball girls or ball boys. There is none. Maybe they'll have some for varsity? Not quite sure, but I would sure recommend it with this win. The ball is going everywhere. Shaw taking this short, getting it up to Johnson. Johnson sending it to the near side. Demos with it, trying to send to the center of the field. Featherston intercepts that to Estrada, back to Featherston. Goes off of a Maize player, and Isaac Alvarez Davalos will check in for Grizzlies. The wind is so strong that it's blowing my headset off. Like the top of my headset is like falling forward. I'm trying to adjust it.
Well, I could say you need a bigger head, but I know better.
I don't need a bigger one. I already got a pretty big head. Throw in for the Grizzlies, taken by Miles Bemis. Bemis getting up to Rico Lopez. Rico Lopez limping a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. He's a quality player. Sure don't want him to be hurt, especially at the end of the season with one more game left after this one. Bemis throwing it in towards Davalos. Ball being sent up. Todd sending it to Hallberg. Hallberg with it, sending it to the center of the field. Wheeler sending it back to Todd on the far side. Todd was offsides, and that will be called, and it'll be a free kick. Lee will come up to take this from his center back. Actually, it's still in the defensive line. Lee taking a far kick. Rico Lopez has some speed on him, but wind carried it a bit too fast for him. Goes all the way back to Shaw, and he will get a goalkeeper distribution. Score of 0-0. It is halftime. And are you sending it to a commercial? Okay, we will be back, you guys, in about 3 minutes, I would guess. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Friendly is finding a better rate, an instant debit card, scholarships and teacher grants for projects, loans specifically for teachers and healthcare professionals, being the #1 auto lender for a reason. More than $400,000 in community partnerships. Credit Union of America. Welcome to Friendly. Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Shall we book it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Phil Nightingale, General Manager at Mount Hamilton Ford. Have you been thinking about a new SUV? Right now is a great time to buy a new Ford at the big one of 119th and West Kellogg. EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition. Mount Ford is sure to have the right vehicle to fit your size. And you know you can count on us with this great selection to find the right SUV at the best price to fit your budget. Check us out online or in person. Let us make your purchase easy with pickup and delivery right from your home or work. Mount Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Welcome back to Maize High School. No score at halftime of the JV contest with our executive producer, April Isbell, and of course, Sussana, Ontiveros. Kevin Arkin with you. We're trying to find ways to beat the wind here. And the closest we've come to it, I wish we had a picture we could show you. Susanna is literally sitting underneath the table.
And I'm covering the mic with my papers.
She's covering as much of the mic as she can with her papers. And she's facing due south. And, of course, the wind is coming due north, or from the north. So she's using her body, if you will, plus her documentation to try and shield as much of the wind as possible. And we're hoping you're able to hear her. From what we're monitoring here in the booth, she sounds pretty good. She sounds very legible during the game. And we've just had a production meeting here trying to figure out what are we going to do with the varsity game. And
Gabby said she's coming and she can record.
Oh, good.
She said that she's running late, though. That's why she's not here.
Well, that'll work. We're going to, Susanna and I are going to trade places. I'm literally going to climb under the table and get my fat keister down there. And
I will move out, you guys. You guys will be hearing Kevin. I will move out.
Hopefully you'll be able to hear what's going on. Unbelievable wind. Out of the north, 40 miles an hour at least. The temperature at the moment is a very comfortable 70 degrees here at Maize High School in Maize, Kansas.
The temperature is great.
Temperature is great. The wind is terrible. You know, it's just like, it's worse than it was at home Tuesday. And if you watched the senior night ceremonies on Tuesday, I am actually trying to find a way to post a video clip, because we did record the ceremony as it happened, as we always do. Unfortunately, the wind was blowing so hard you can't hear anything that was being said. So I'm actually trying to dub it off of the actual broadcast, and that's turning out to be a major project.
Why don't you ask Jonathan?
Shoe?
Yeah, he might know how to. He's kind of...
Oh, I know how to. It's just going to take me a while.
I'm sure Jonathan could if you can't figure it out.
Well, I've done this before, so.
Okay.
It's not like I've never done this, because it's windy every year on senior night. About like it is now. This is just unbelievable.
This is terrible.
And, of course, now the Grizzlies, since the Grizzlies didn't score, they're really trailing by 3 goals. Because this is a 3-goal wind.
And Maize
will have they will have the advantage in the second half, having the wind at their back.
We had some opportunities to score.
We had several good opportunities.
It's been a really good game, actually. We've had a lot of possession. Could be because of the wind, and Maize was playing into it. But we can see how this will change. I believe possession will go 50-50 now. It could worse than that because of the wind. It is blowing very hard. If you guys couldn't see, the goalkeeper distributions just kept getting blown back to him, basically. The varsity players' balls that are going in the air are going across.
We're going to go ahead and take another exorbitant profit-making timeout here. We'll be back in 60 seconds with more of our halftime extravaganza. So stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Friendly is finding a better rate, an instant debit card, scholarships and teacher grants for projects, loans specifically for teachers and healthcare professionals, being the #1 auto lender for a reason. More than $400,000 in community partnerships. Credit Union of America. Welcome to Friendly. Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
Back at Maize High School here at halftime. 2 minutes to go in the half. The Maize folks have thrown us 2 curves tonight. They started the game 15 minutes later than they said they would. and without telling us. And then they also doubled the length of halftime for the JV game. They gave them the same length of halftime as varsity, and I guess if they're playing 40-minute halves, that's what you'd expect. In any case, off air, Susanna made a note about
Calvin. He is not suited up. He is in sweats and his warm-up jacket, but not what the other players are wearing, as well as Trenton Matt Meekin isn't playing today. So we're down Trenton, Calvin. Braden is hurting, so they don't know if he's gonna make it through the whole game.
Matt Meekin, I knew was questionable today. He got injured again in the Manhattan game on Tuesday. I didn't know anything about Bell being hurt.
I didn't either.
I don't even see him. Where is he?
He's over there in the blue. His blue jacket, warm-up jacket. He has his cleats on, but no, not his shorts, not his warm-up shirt.
Yeah, he could just be. He
could just be cold.
He might. I was just going to say that he may just be cold.
Yeah, but I don't think
with this nor'easter that's blowing through here.
Who knows?
All right, Grizzlies will defend. They'll have the wind in their face this time. They'll defend the south goal wearing their white tops with blue trunks. All red for Maize. And we're about ready to start up the second half. And with the second half, here's Susanna.
Hey, guys. Back to me. Anyways, we're going to see what the wind did. Because first half, Grizzlies mainly had the possession. And they had the wind, right? So let's see if Maize will keep the possession this game. This half, I mean. Because they have the wind. We're going to see the real effects of the wind. Johnny Hugh in goal for your Grizzlies, as well as Cooper Shaw, number 00 for Maize. Still some Maize players, varsity players on the field, so getting those off, then we'll start back up. Ref's getting ready.
Use a whistle anytime.
Yeah. Any second now. There we go. Ball being started back up, goes all the way back. Auden sends it to the center back. He gets it back. Bringing it up. Long ball being sent. Lee is there though. His clearance will go out of play and into the stands. Literally. It bounced into someone's hands and they threw it back. Ball goes off a Maize player, far side. Bemis will get a throw in. Ball being thrown in. Maize with it. Center of the field. Wasby maybe with it. Sending it. Through ball trying to be sent. George is there though. George bringing it up. Sending it up to Rico Lopez. Lopez looking for some help. He has Davis to his left. He goes to him. Davis with it. Trying to get it to Gonzalez. Bit short. And here comes Maize with it. Getting it to the center of the field. Blankenship with it. Nuno's intercepts that pass, getting it to George. Might go out of play. Actually stays in play. Good job by George to keep it in. Rico Lopez over there, applying some pressure. Ball goes off of Luna, and it will be a throw-in for George. George to Rico Lopez, trying to send it back to him. Will it stay in play? It did not. I can barely see the ref's hands, but it'll be a Maize throw-in. Throw-in being taken in towards Ibarra. Arevalo gets dispossessed. Bringing it up is Munzavi. Getting past Nuno's. Nuno's trying to get back. Arevalo applying some help. Ball still in play. Goes off of Arevalo, and it'll be a corner kick. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm saying it right. It's Mustafa Muzabi.
Mustafa would be correct.
I know that's his first name, though.
Yes.
We're just going to call you Mustafa.
That works.
Because I cannot say your last name. Kick being taken. It will be taken by Blankenship. Ball goes towards the back post. Still hanging around. Mustafa with it. Trying to get a shot off. Shot Semi-taken, gets cleared by Nuno, still in the possession of Maize, though. Arevalo clearing it up. Rico Lopez might get there. He gets it, gets a touch on. Still fighting for it. Getting it back to Davis. Davis trying to send it up to Gonzalez. Ball gets intercepted. Bringing it up is Auden, I'm sorry. Featherston with it to Bemis. Bemis high up the field. Trying to get it back to Featherston. Mustafa is there, though, getting it. He might have gotten fouled. Still in play, though. Take it to advantage. Arevalo clears this. Getting it to George. Up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to get past one. Gets dispossessed by Auden. Auden's still with it. He's being pulled. No foul being called, though. So Gonzalez got it back. Getting it to Davis. Davis up to George. George trying to one-time it, I'm sorry. Gets dispossessed. Auden over here to the near side. Ibarra. Good job by Arevalo. Ibarra keeps it in play, though. Will be cleared by Nuno's. A little touch by Clifton down here. You guys can't see it. Showing himself off, though. Throwing will be taken by Luna. Arevalo, good job. Getting it up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it off. And Maize will send it up towards near side. And it will go out of play. And Arevalo chasing that ball. He will get a throw-in. Throw-in. Still going around. Mustafa ends up with it. Shot by him. Right at Johnny. Bounces. No. Maize player was near, though. That's a good thing. Johnny will get a goalkeeper distribution. Header. Getting it up to Ibarra. Sending a cross in towards the back post. Nobody there, though. And it'll be a goal kick, and we'll be back in 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Kevin and Donna Arkin, adopted Northwest alumni, are 10-year supporters of the Grizzly Soccer program.
Goal kick will be taken by Lee.
Kevin and Donna Arkin.
Gets a good kick, actually, with the wind at his back. Well, kicking into the wind, I'm sorry. Gonzalez with it, sending it to George on the near side. George bringing it up. Trying to get a pass in. He goes down. Foul being called, and it'll be a free kick. Arevalo coming up to take it. Kick taken. To far side. Featherston with it. To the far side, getting it to Bemis. Bemis bringing it up, going against two. He gets his leading pass kicked out, and it'll be a throw-in for Bemis. Throw-in being taken into Featherston. Featherston to Rico Lopez. Lopez back to Featherston. Featherston can get past him. Shaw got there, though. That was a little bit risky. He left his hand out. One of his hands out. Could have been stepped on. Thankfully, wasn't, though. Far side, Mustafa with it. Bemis, sorry. That's his first name. Bemis. Getting it to Anderson. Anderson gets dispossessed. Far side, Maize with it. Trying to send it up. Anderson blocks that pass. Getting it up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Anderson. Back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for some help. He has George making a run. Gets cut off by Luna. Luna sends it up to the near side to Blankenship. Blankenship. Ball goes all the way back with Llanos. Through ball being sent to Ibarra. He might get there. He does. Keeps it in play. A great tackle by Nuno's. Gorgeous tackle. I didn't even realize it. Kevin left me.
Number 24, Joe Herder.
He just went downstairs. I'm seeing him right now. He didn't even tell me he was leaving. Anyways, corner kick. It will be taken by Blankenship. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay, it is being taken by Blankenship. Update on Braden, you guys. He is suited up. Trenton isn't, as well as Calvin, though. So, we will have Braden. Ball is being just pushed around. Oh! Oh, that could have been a foul inside the box. I believe it was, honestly. April, was that a foul? Did it look like a foul? Looked like a foul to me. Luna gets it. Might keep it in play. Gets it off of George. Luna will earn a throw-in. Revelo gets a head on it. Good job by him. Goes off of a Maize player, and it'll be a throw-in. George coming up to take it. Towards Rico Lopez. Goes over him. Blankenship with it. Getting it up. Revelo blocks that, and it'll go out for a throw-in for Maize.
On the field for the Eagles, number 35, Kevin Palmer, number 34, Landon Johnson, and number 30, Henry Holman.
A few subs was being given. Throw-in. Being taken by Blankenship. Headed on by Nuno's on accident. Ball goes out of play from a Maize player. I would send you guys to commercial. Kevin's not up here, though, and I don't know how to work the computer, honestly. So we're just going to keep you here for this one. Send you on the next one if Kevin comes back up. Ow, my legs. Ball being played, center of the field. Maize with it. Sending it to the center of the field, headed away by Nuno's. Shot being taken by Blankenship, barely over. Like 2 yards over, but it is a goal kick.
Eagles, number 21, Chase Wheeler.
Still, I cannot send you guys because I'm not quite sure why Kevin left me. He just left me up here. 20 minutes remaining, 40 seconds. Score of 0-0. Possession, honestly, has been 50-50 still. So, Nuno's will take this. Goes up towards Rico Lopez, headed back by a Maize player. Rico Lopez intercepts it, though. Still applying some pressure. Ball being kicked up. Bounces over Bemis. Kicked out by Lee. Getting up to Davis. Davis to Gonzalez in the center of the field. Getting up to Rico Lopez. Lopez looking for some help. A good little move by him to keep it. Sends it to Featherston. Featherston onside. Gets it taken off of his foot. Bemis will let it go out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for him. Bemis getting set to take this throw-in. He had to chase the ball. Getting it in towards Davis. Featherston heads it up. Rico Lopez heading it forward towards Featherston. Featherston heading it forward. Rico Lopez still fighting for it. There was an arm extension there, so it will be called a foul. Anderson will take this free kick. Free kick being taken. Short when carried it back. Mustafa with it, sending a through ball. Too long. Way long. And it will go out for a goal kick. Kevin is still not a backup here, you guys. So,
Second in for the Eagles, number 39, Reese Demoff.
we'll keep you here. Nuno's will take this goal kick. Kick being taken. Headed away. Blankenship with it. Sending it back. Leno sends it. Gets dispossessed by Rico Lopez. Lopez still going for it. George helping out. And it goes off of George, though. And it'll be a throw-in for Maize. Throw-in taken into Blankenship. Blankenship being pressured by George. Good play by George. Trying to keep it. Blankenship sends a long run up. This one will hit the building. Did it go over the building? I think it went over the building. That's funny. Nuno's clearance went over the building. So
Actually, I think that one's in Valley Center at the moment.
Throw-in was taken. Mustafa with it. Lee, a good job getting in there, sending it up. Lenos gets dispossessed by Rico Lopez. Lopez gets dispossessed by Lenos. Blankenship trying to get it. Blankenship with it. Gets dispossessed by George. Up to Rico Lopez. Lopez gets it off of Lenos. And it'll be a throw-in. Arevalo will come up to take this. Into Davis. Davis was wide open. Nunez's clearance gets blocked by a Maize player, and it will go out of play for a throw-in. Arevalo will take this, making him go back about 5 yards. He was trying to get about 5 more yards. Throwing it into Davis. Davis trying to get it to Anderson. With it is Holtberg. Yeah, Holtberg, sorry. Mustafa with it. On the near side, Nunez, a good job. Mustafa will earn a throw-in. Throw-in will be taken by Blankenship. Long throw-in. Still bouncing around. Shot being taken. Kind of a weak shot. Was taken by Herder. Johnny will get a goalkeeper distribution. He will throw it. Smart idea. Gets it up to Bemis. Herder is there, though, applying some pressure. Bemis still fighting for it. Keeps it. Trying to get it up to Featherston. Ball being kicked out by a Maize player, and it'll be a throw-in for Bemis on the far side. Thrown in to Davis. Davis is everywhere for these throw-ins. He's right there. Goes out of play, though, and it'll be a Maize throw-in. That was taken. Herder trying to get the ball. Bemis sending it out to Rico Lopez. Lopez looking for some help to Gonzalez. Gonzalez has some space. George is making a run. He is onside. George sending it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez still trying to keep it. Ball goes to the center of the field with Davis. Davis getting past one. Can't get past another. Center of the field. Long kick being taken. Oh! Is nothing called there? Come on. Nunez is down. He is feeling that one hard. Oh, he headed it away and basically got body slammed to the floor. He is not getting up. He probably got the wind knocked out of him.
Susanna, let's go ahead and take a 1 minute time out here during the injury, and then we'll be back.
We'll be back, you guys. This is Grizzly Soccer.
This portion of today's webcast is brought to you by the Kansas Joint and Spine Specialists. At Kansas Joint and Spine Specialists, we have the expertise, the experience, and the technology to deliver excellence in orthopedic care, specialized to meet your individual needs. Kansas Joint and Spine Specialists provide a wide variety of specialized orthopedic services, including sports medicine. Don't let a sports injury keep you from participating in the activities you love. Let Dr. Brad Bruner and the Kansas Joint and Spine Specialists provide your orthopedic needs. Check them out at www.kansasjointandspine.com.
Phil Nightingale, General Manager at Mount Hamilton Ford. Have you been thinking about a new SUV? Right now is a great time to buy a new Ford at the big corner of 119th and West Kellogg. EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition. Mount Hamilton Ford is sure to have the right vehicle to fit your size. And you know you can count on us with this great selection to find the right SUV at the best price to fit your budget. Check us out online or in person. Let us make your purchase easy with pickup and delivery right from your home or work. Mount Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Number 12, Memphis Estrada.
Max Nuno carried off by coaches from both teams favoring one leg, so there's definitely an injury there. I would expect that he is done for the night.
I would suggest that he is done for the night. We don't want any more any more injuries, especially since he has one more game. Rico Lopez, Memphis Estrada came in for him, for Nunez. I'm sorry. Ball being headed up, goes all the way back to Arevalo. Mustafa is there, though. Davis will clear it, getting up to George, stays in play. George with it, sending up to Rico Lopez. Lopez will go off of Lopez, and it'll be a throw-in for Maize. Quick throw in being taken into Blankenship. Blankenship. Arevalo intercepts that, getting to Estrada. Estrada sending it back to Lee. Lee looking for some help, trying to switch the field. Featherston comes back to get it, getting it up to Bemis. Bemis. Ball will go off of a Maize player on the far side, and it'll be a throw-in. Bemis will take this. Ball in the center of the field. Davis kicks it up. On the near side, Jared Arevalo. It will go off of him and out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in. Throw-in being taken by Blankenship.
While they're subbing here, I just want to pass along something to people who may be watching this across the water, and that is that we have invited Javier Rico Lopez to be a guest between games up here in the broadcast booth. We'll visit with him. Hopefully, if we can get him up here, we'll visit with him about his experience as a foreign exchange student here at Northwest this year.
If you guys didn't know, we have a score. We completely missed that. Anyways, as I was saying, if you guys didn't know, Javier is coming from Spain. So, not even sure who scored, honestly. They have not said who scored, so I am not sure.
Goal is good for the Eagles. Put in by number 7, Mustafa Mimbazi.
Mustafa scored. Number 7. No assist.
Mustafa Mimbazi. Correction.
Not quite sure if assist was given. Anyways, Gonzalez takes a shot. Rico Lopez heads it on. Estrada takes a shot. Ball is still with the Grizzlies. Gonzalez sending it to Anderson. Anderson gets dispossessed. Haltberg with it, sending it up towards Mustafa. Mustafa onside maybe? Is onside apparently. And Lee will kick it out and it'll be a throw-in.
Johan Ibarra, and number 40. Parker Peterman.
Throw-in will be taken by Mustafa. Thrown in into Ibarra. Ibarra sending it back to him. Arevalo trying to defend both. George gets in there to help. Mustafa still with this, sending it back to Ibarra. Ibarra keeps it. Gets past, gets a cross in. Might have been deflected, not sure, but Lee is there. He will clear it and out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in for Kevin. Kevin.
Back into the Eagles, number 17, Matthew Flanagan.
It'll be a Maize throw-in, you guys. Sorry. I was trying to talk to Kevin to move out of a player's way, but slowly but surely he did. Show must go on, apparently so. Throw-in taken. Ball being possessed by Maize. Will go off a Maize player, though, and out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Arevalo. Quick throw-in into Gonzalez. Gonzalez, George. George, Rico Lopez. Rico Lopez looking for some help. Up to George. Ball being sent up. Davis is there, though. Good job by him. He has taken Nunez's spot in the center back position. He's doing a fine job there. Gonzalez sending a through ball. Estrada making a run as well as Rico Lopez. Ball will go out of play for a corner kick, and I believe George is heading over to take it. Ten minutes remaining with change. Score of 1-0 in favor of Maize. Corner kick will be taken by George. Sent in. Headed by someone, not quite sure who, but Shaw will get a goalkeeper distribution, sending it up to the near side. Ibarra trying to run onto it, goes out of play though, and it'll be a throw in for Davis. Davis taking a quick one into Arevalo to Anderson. Anderson gets dispossessed. Gonzalez with it, sending it back to Anderson. Anderson to Arevalo. Arevalo looking for some help. His pass gets deflected. Goes all the way back to Johnny. Johnny, oh, a bit of miscommunication there. Shot being taken. Johnny, a good job to get back on it. That was difficult. I'm just going to say that. That was stressful for me. I bet it was for them too. Goalkeeper distribution taken. Near side. Oh, I thought my paper flew away. I was about to freak out. George with it. Bringing it up. He has Rico Lopez and Gonzalez. He goes to Gonzalez. Back to George. Behind him. Tackled out by a Maize player, and it'll be a throw-in for Arevalo coming up to take it. Throw-in being taken into Rico Lopez. Lopez gets fouled. Maybe? No, apparently not. Nothing called. Anderson sending up to George. Kicked out by a Maize player, and it'll be a throw-in. Throw-in by Arevalo into George. Throw-in being taken into Gonzalez. Gonzalez getting it back to George. George up to Rico Lopez. Rico Lopez trying to get past one. Gets dispossessed. Long ball being kicked up to Ibarra. Davis is there. He will shield it out of bounds. And that's a good job by Davis because he was being pressured. Good idea to shield it. Ball being thrown in into Arevalo. Arevalo back to Anderson. Gets dispossessed. Mustafa with it on the center of the field. Sending it to the far side. Ball goes on all the way to Demis. Demis against Bemis. Bemis gets it back. Getting it to Lee. Lee coming up with it. He needs to clear it quickly. Getting up to Estrada, to Featherston. Featherston getting it to Gonzalez in the center of the field. Gonzalez to George. George gets dispossessed. With it is Flanagan. Flanagan, he gets fouled, and it'll be called, and it'll be a free kick for Maize. Free kick taken. Headed towards the far side. Anderson got fouled, and it'll be a free kick for Northwest. So back to back. Gonzalez seems to be hurting, though. He needs a sub. Kick being taken up towards George. Stays in play, actually. Ball goes out of play off of Ibarra, and we will have some subs. Kenneth Pint coming in for your Grizzlies.
In for the Grizzlies, number 16, Kenneth Pint. Back in for the Eagles, number 16, Omar Alba. Number 20, Eli Blankenship. Number 21, Chase Wheeler. And number 26, Connor Levy.
Arevalo will take this throw in. Headed away by Ibarra up towards Alba. Ibarra gets it back. Coming up with it. Going against Arevalo. Gets a cross in the center of the field. Ball is being kicked around. Score. And we have a score. The ball was loose. So Alba gets the shot though, and it goes in. Score of 2-0. 5:46 remaining exactly. And it will be it'll be a restart. We will start it back up.
Not much Johnny could have done with that when he made the initial save, but gave up a rebound, and the loose ball was just picked up as slop.
Yeah. I'm not sure who was on the goal line trying to keep it out, but just went right past them. Good Good attempt by them. And a good initial save by Johnny. So it just got through, though. Arevalo with it, sending it up to Rico Lopez. Lopez gets his ball taken away. Goes all the way back to Davis. Davis sending it up. Ibarra is there, though. Stays in play. Ibarra back with it. On it now is Demos. Demos to Alba. Alba still onside. Bit long for him, though, and he'll go out for a goal kick. And we will be back in 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Portions of this game are brought to you by the family of Jeff Beard. We thank you for your continued support of Grizzly Soccer.
I tried that, and the logistics wouldn't work out. So, and it would be impossible to move it now. You're back.
Johnny waiting to take this. Actually, I'm sorry, it's Lee. I thought Johnny was. Lee kicking it up towards Rico Lopez. Ball in the center of the field. Alba with it. Trying to send it up. Davis cuts that off. He is being pressured. Ibarra goes down hard. Still in play, though, with the Eagles. Batu sending it back. Gets dispossessed by Rico Lopez. Getting it to Davis. Back to Rico Lopez. Lopez coming up with it. Sending George. A good job. Goes a bit behind George, though. He stepped over the ball. Lost it. Throw-in was taken by the Grizzlies, though. George with it now. Up to Rico Lopez. Lopez trying to play the one time. Will go out of play, though. And it will be a Maize throw-in. Some subs for Maize coming in.
On the field for the Eagles, number 12, Sebastian Luna. Number 21, Chase Wheeler. Number 33, Jonathan Martinez. And number 35, Kevin Palmer.
Ball goes off of a Maize player, and we will get a sub, number 4, Colby Chege. He will come back in, taking off Isaac Featherston. Throw-in will be taken by Arevalo. 3 minutes remaining. Throw-in was taken into George. He runs out of space, and it will go out for a Maize throw-in. Headed away by Arevalo. Goes out of play, and it will be a throw-in for Maize once again. Coming up to take it. I'm sorry, guys. Blankenship took it. Davis trying to clear it. Getting up to Anderson. Anderson, his touch is a bit long. Gets it dispossessed. With it now is Aerosmith. Sending it to the near side with Ibarra. Ibarra sending a cross in. Gets kicked out of bounds by Lee, and it will be a corner kick. Coming up to take the corner kick is Aerosmith. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Wheeler. Wheeler will take this corner kick. Goes to the near post. Arevalo will kick out of bounds again, and it will be another corner kick. Wheeler will take this once again. Corner kick taken, goes in the center of the box, being headed away by a Grizzly player, and it'll be another corner on the far side this time. Blake take it. Oh, my back hurts from being down here. Ooh, I'm suffering. Blankenship to take this. A good ball to the back post. Shot was wide from Wheeler, and we have about a minute remaining. Sias comes in, taking off Pint. Oh, it's a goal kick. Do you want... Well, there's a minute left. Wouldn't send it.
No, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I was going to say. Lee takes this short, going to Bemis on the far side. Bemis leading himself. He still has it. Gets past one. Getting up to Chege. goes out of play from off of a Maize player, and it'll be a throw in for Bemis. Bemis taking this, getting it into Estrada. Estrada gets dispossessed. Size is there though, trying to keep it. Ball being sent up by Alba, trying to find a player. Lee is there though, kicking it out of play, and it'll be a Maize throw in. 20 seconds remaining. Score of 2-0. Your first goal scorer was Mustafa. Your second goal scorer was Alba, both for Maize. And it is a score of 2-0 at the end of this game. And are we sending it right away?
I don't know yet. Let's keep it here for a minute.
We're going to keep it here for a bit. See what happens. Because they're going to have their senior night, so.
I want to see if we can get Javier up here. Can I borrow your roster?
Yes, of course.
What's left of it?
Do you want me to go see if I can get Javier?
Yeah, that'd be great if you can get him up here.
Okay, I'll be back.
I think Coach may forget. And while Sussana is taking off here, she's going to try and rustle up our halftime or in-between time guest. We're going to get Javier Rico Lopez up here. Javier was not recognized at senior night because he's not a senior, but he will not be back next year as he's an exchange student. So we're going to try and get him up here and get a headset on him. And he's headed over with the team first to do a little bit of celebrating with the fans, and then he'll be back. So we'll see how that goes. And while he's over there, I think we're going to go ahead and we've got plenty of time, we're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. And hopefully we'll be back with Javier Rico Lopez. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Soccer.
Intrust Bank is a major sponsor of the Northwest Soccer program through the Eric Profit Scholarship Tournament. At Intrust Bank, we place our values at the center of everything we do. It's a philosophy we have followed for more than 140 years. This principled approach to business is encapsulated into 3 words: tradition for today. This principle makes us different from the rest. Check out Intrust Bank today at intrustbank.com.
Campaign this property and it's sold right.
Shall we book it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Bill Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. Are you looking for a used car, truck, or SUV? With the largest selection in the state, you're sure to find the vehicle you're searching for at Mel Hamilton Ford. At the Big Corner, customers are number one, so every used vehicle is checked out in our shop by a certified technician before it goes out on the lot for sale. Shop Mel Hamilton Ford first, a dealer you can trust. Visit us out on West Kellogg today or shop us online at mhford.com. Mel Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Grizzly Soccer Online is supported by Todd Eflin Narrates. I'm the voice you hear on our sponsor announcements. My wife is an alum of Northwest, and this is my 6th season as your announcer. I was a longtime radio personality in Wichita and now do full-time voice acting. You can use my voice for your business, like product or training videos, telephone systems, radio or TV spots, and audiobooks. Learn more online at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com.
Welcome back to Maize High School with Sussana, Ontiveros, Kevin Arkin with you. In between games here, the Grizzlies JV drops one 2-0. Not all that surprising. It was a 3-goal win. It was a 3-goal win, as we said at the beginning of the game, and they took advantage of 2 of those goals and managed to get a score out of it. So 2-0 Grizzlies fall. They played very well.
They had their chances in the first half.
They had chances in the second half into that win.
Yeah, they really did. They had more chances than Maize did into the win. So
no question about that. They just unable to finish. on their chances, and that's the same problem the varsity's been having.
Yeah.
They've gotten shot after shot, nothing's on net, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes in the varsity contest.
Because the wind will still be there. It's still going to be
whoever gets the win first is going to be playing offense, and the other team will be playing defense.
And then they will switch at half.
And then they will switch at half and do it all over again.
I feel like Clifton is going to want the
kind of
win.
like it's kind of like what it was Tuesday night. So
a little bit worse, though.
So we want to welcome everyone who's watching wherever you are on planet Earth, and we do know that this program is being watched in Spain tonight by the family of Javier Rico Lopez. And
Javier Rico Lopez will be joining us in a bit.
Hopefully.
He said he will head up here.
Since this is the only opportunity he'll have to get some FaceTime.
Yeah.
Since he was not a participant on senior night, as he's not a senior. And he won't be back next year. We want to give him some kudos, and we don't want to do it Tuesday. Tuesdays, quite frankly, there may not even be a JV game on Tuesday. We are at East High on Tuesday. Varsity will play first, and they're starting it plenty early. The varsity kickoff is at 3:30.
Yep.
And that's because it's October and the sun sets a lot earlier. Sun will be setting around 6:30 or so. And they don't have lights at East High, so it's also their senior night. So in between games, they're going to have their senior night ceremony. And by the time all that's done, especially if we go into overtime, heaven forbid we go into overtime, but if we do, I don't know how we did this, but we're tangled here. There we
I
go.
know. We can figure it out.
So,
Plus, you're going to turn mine off after this.
There might not be much of a game on Tuesday, so I'd like to recognize the young man here and give him an opportunity to say hello to his family back home in Spain. Wherever, do you know where he's from in Spain?
I think Madrid, but I'm not exactly sure.
And Coach Shook is still having an extended talk with the junior varsity guys.
So he's still down there.
He's still down there. And, you know, it is what it is.
It's senior night anyway, so seniors are getting
the senior
their
night
credit.
ceremony is going on. They still get their full 20 minutes to warm up.
Yeah, so we will have enough time for the pregame as well.
I hope so. Hopefully so.
Plus,
and you know, the worst thing that could happen is we don't run the interview with Coach Clifton, and you know,
hey,
neither one of us is that great anyway. So
they just got done. He should be heading up now.
Alrighty.
Coming on, Javier.
So Tuesday we're on the air at 3 o'clock. We're doing an early, extended pregame show. We'll have a double segment with head coach Austin Clifton on Tuesday because it will be the last game of the year. So we'll be on the air at 3 o'clock with that. Then the varsity game will be played first. And after that whole thing is done, then they will have their senior night. And then finally the JV contest for as long as we have light. Javier's making his way up the steps to
I will
the
stay
crow's
here.
nest here. Yeah, you might be holding that
yeah,
paper
I was going to hold it.
for him. Okay. Folks, give us a minute here. We would have done this during the commercial, but he wasn't here then. So we're going to put this on you. And I want you to stand up on the top step. And I want you to squeeze yourself in here by me as much as you can, because we're going to have Sussana aim the camera at you. Okay, there's got to be somebody back in Spain watching this, right?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. This is your chance. Say hello to your family, first of all.
Hello. Hello to my family, my parents, la familia Rico, la familia Lopez. Hello.
We haven't had a chance to talk to you all year, and this is our best opportunity. You didn't get any love on senior night because you're not a senior.
Yeah.
You're a foreign exchange student at Northwest. You're here for 1 year, right?
Yeah, I'm sophomore.
And then you go back to your other school in Spain. And where in Spain are you from, Javier?
Madrid.
Madrid?
Yeah.
Okay. You were right. Sussana had it right. Okay. So what made you decide to come to the States, and then what made you decide to pick Northwest?
I didn't pick Northwest. It's only the program. Choose the family. And like I do a video, I have to make a video, and the program choose my family, and the family choose the school, I think.
Okay.
And I choose, like, I want to get better my English and know like the American culture, so I'm here for that.
So how is American culture different from culture in Madrid?
I think the food is very different, and the high school is very different. It's very different because the teachers has to move to all the classes, and the students has to be in a room. So that sucks.
The teachers don't move in Spain?
Yeah.
Or do the students move in Spain?
No.
So you're in one room all day with the same guy?
Yeah.
I would hate that. Because if you got the wrong guy, it makes for a long year.
Yeah.
I always liked, when I was in high school, I actually started moving around when I was in middle school, and I always enjoyed getting different teachers for each class. You get a different perspective, especially you, since you're only here for a year. You get a little bit of everybody that way.
Yeah. I think it's better.
So what do you think of our soccer program?
It's very competitive, the people, so I like it. And yeah.
It's been fun calling your name and number, and I know Sussana's had the pleasure of doing that more than I have this year because she does the JV games, but you're fun to watch out there.
Yeah, my parents said she says very good my last names. Yeah.
She probably does a lot better on your last name than yours truly does. Okay, yeah. Because among other things, and I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, I can't roll my R's, and I never could. And I make no bones about it. So.
And I am Lopez Rico, but because it's first my father is Lopez, and then my mother is Rico, so it's Lopez Rico, but doesn't matter.
So we do it the other way. We've been doing it the other way around, have we not?
No, it's good because my mother prefers.
Okay.
So
that's okay to have your mother first?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. Well, we're so glad you were at Northwest just this year. You're fun to watch on the field. You're a nice guy. And Mom and Dad, he's a nice guy, and we wish he was staying more than 1 year, but I know you're going to want to have him back.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations on a good year.
Thank you.
Thanks for the visit.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Javier, you say it. Javier Rico Lopez. Well, they can't hear you. Say it again.
Javier Rico Lopez.
Yeah.
Okay. That's who our guest is. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and then Coach Clifton will be back with the pregame show. So stay with us. You're watching NWHS, the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Soccer.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is the McCurdy Real Estate at Auction Varsity Pregame Show. Coach Austin Clifton reviews the last varsity game and takes a look at today's upcoming contest. Sponsored by McCurdy Real Estate at Auction. Real estate, but better. And now, let's join Coach Clifton with Kevin Arkin.
Our varsity game pregame show continues now, and of course it's time, as always, for our weekly visit with head coach Austin Clifton, sponsored by McCurdy Real Estate and Auction, K96 and 13th Street. Real estate, but better. Coach, start off with a quick review of our non-league game against Manhattan. It's always good to see those folks come down. It's the coaching staff is such a pleasure to work with. And a 1-1 tie, I know that's not what you wanted, but 1-1 tie is better than a 1-0 loss.
Yeah, Manhattan's a good program. Tough windy day. We had about 30-mile-per-hour wind going straight north, and pretty much first game we've had to deal with that all season. I think it really affected the game at times. You know, the first half we're going against the wind, which is what we wanted, and they kind of were in our half a lot more. We give up pretty easy goal, just miscommunication in the box. Ball gets right through us, and they tap it in. But then we respond. I thought we responded well in the second half at times and had a nice goal to tie it up, and then we couldn't find one. We're struggling to score right now, it seems like, finishing our chances. I mean, Heights, we have 29 shots. At Manhattan, we had plenty of shots, and Bishop Carroll, we had tons of shots too and only scored once. So, you know, it's something we need to work on, and, you know, there's always ups and downs in the season, but like you said, you know, a tie is better than a loss. Keeps us pretty firm in fourth place in the regional standings for 6A West, and, you know, we just got to learn from it and move on.
I was going to ask, and maybe you can clarify, you know, what does a tie do as far as our opportunity to host in playoffs as opposed to having won that game?
Well, a win is better. I think Keisha uses a seeding percentage where 2 points for a win, 1 point for a tie, 0 for a loss, and I think you divide your total games by however many points you had, and then you do something else with it. But a tie is definitely better than a loss, but it's not as good as a win. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's just, you know, it was senior night, and hoping the guys are amped up and ready to go. And it just kind of seems like we were nervous and scared at some points in the game. You know, they outworked us definitely in the first half, and then I thought we responded well after halftime talk. But we got to find it, because we got to find our stride again, because you don't want to be playing anything but your best towards the end of the season going into the postseason. So we'll train hard and try to fix our mistakes, do film, things like that, and hopefully it gets better. But, you know, like you said, tie's not bad.
And we did mention during the broadcast that the most valuable player in that game was the wind out of the south, blowing 30 to 35 miles an hour all night long. Almost the entire game was played in the north half of the field.
Yeah, I agree, and, you know, that's part of the game sometimes. You know, you gotta adjust to it, but we did what we wanted to get it against us first half and try to weather the storm, and we did that for the most part. You know, besides the goal they had, Evan might have had 1 or 2 saves in the first half, and that was pretty good with the wind at their back. So, you know, we just got to be more hungry at times, be ready to go, and we got to put teams like that away, especially, you know, generally they're a powerhouse program. This year they came in with about a 6-5-1 record going into that game. So, to me, it was a game that I thought we should have won, but at least we didn't give up after the first goal, get down, things like that. So we just got to learn from it, because we got 2 more tough games coming up.
Speaking of which, tonight we're at Maize. We haven't been here in 2 years, and, you know, that program under the Holmes brothers and everyone else who's been involved with it, always a solid program, and tonight's game is not going to be any different.
No, they're playing well this year. I believe they're 10-3. So big turnaround from last year. They're kind of having the same season that we had, where last year they had a pretty bad record like us, and then this year they're in the double digits wins. So they're going to be good. It's a tough place to play. They get a good crowd out there, and we've been having good crowds too, and it's pretty close to home, so it should be packed house. They got a nice stadium, and like you said, they're well coached. Jay and Brad and Brent up there, they're good coaches, and they've got good athletes. We play them in the summer usually, even though summer games is kind of hit or miss of what kids are there, and you know, it's not varsity and things like that, but they were good. We played them tough, and it was a good game, so it'll be a battle. It always is. When I was growing up, Maize was always our big rivalry game, and it changes throughout the years, and but it's one that I'm excited for. You know, I grew up with Brad and Jay. They were very close to me, kind of family, and so I always like playing them, and I'm glad they're on a non-league schedule, but big one for keeping our record good and trying to keep that 4th place spot, maybe even moving up some. But you know, it's my big thing is I just want us to play hungry and hard and have some passion and kind of get out of this 3-game little slump we're in right now. So we'll see how they play.
Kind of interesting that you've got Maize, Northwest, and Bishop Carroll all in a straight line that's less than 5 miles long. 3 quality programs beating up on each other year after year. It's really kind of a fun thing to have going.
Yeah, it is, and you know, it's nice to see that, you know, the West Side schools and high school soccer is doing well. Bishop Carroll's always a good program. Maize is good, and their girls' programs are amazing as well. So I'm just glad that we can compete with them when we're at that level now. That they're good games, and you know, sometimes we win. We beat Maize last year, and that was a nice win for us when we only had 6. But you know, I'm excited for the challenge. You know, we play a tough schedule like we always talk about, and Maize is one of them. So you know, it'll be a good tune-up game for East on Tuesday. We're not going to look past Maize by any means, but
absolutely not.
I can tell you for sure that the guys and myself included, we've got that Tuesday game circled pretty hard on our calendars. But you know, we're ready for Maize, and it should be a great game.
Anybody hurt?
Yeah, so Trenton, haven't heard back from him yet, but he got stepped on, I believe, during the Manhattan game, and he came out for a little bit. And then he went back in. He said he was okay. It was probably just adrenaline. You know, he's amped up, ready to go. But he said his foot was pretty swollen the other day, and he went to go get it x-rayed and checked out. So hopefully we have him. But if not, you know, we got plenty of guys on the defense. We can adjust. A lot of guys have gotten playing time, so we'll see. But other than that, Trenton's the only one that's to be determined right now.
Okay, hoping, of course, that he's not seriously injured, and even if he has to miss the Maize game, that he'll be back either for East or for the playoffs or for both.
Yeah, I agree, because you know, he's a senior. Not only that, he's a player that has been performing really well for us this season, and we need him. So we'll see what the results are. But yeah, he was hurting the other day, and he went to go get it checked out and missed practice. So we'll see.
Okay. Best of luck to you tonight against the Maize Eagles, and we'll look forward to Tuesday and a visit before the Big East game on Tuesday night.
Thank you, guys.
Head coach Austin Clifton on our pregame show, sponsored as always by McCurdy Real Estate and Auction. Real estate, but better. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's varsity contest against the Maize High School Eagles. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Soccer.
I'm ready.
Me too.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Whole marketing campaign of this property and sold right to
Shall we book it?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is it.
When I was a child, we'd go to the original Credit Union of America on Ellis Street, and they'd always give me a red lollipop.
My car needed repairs, and my mechanic delivered the news that it was going to cost quite a bit more than I had planned for.
I love my job as a teacher, but it can be tough. Recently, I received a box filled with classroom supplies from Credit Union of America.
It all started with the lollipop.
It all started with a box of school supplies.
It started with a personal loan, but today,
Credit Union of America
is so much more to me.
Where will you start? Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies soccer is on the air. Welcome to everyone in Grizzly Nation to another webcast of your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies as they take on the best teams in Kansas and pursue a 6A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long on youtube.com/NWHSGrizz. Today's webcast is brought to you through the support of the many sponsors of this year's Eric Profit Scholarship Golf Tournament, including the following: Mel Hambleton Ford on the big corner of 119th West in Kellogg. We're better. We're proving it. You be the judge. Thank you, Lisa Hamilton. And by Aerotech Engineering, 5555 North 119th Street West in Maize, serving customers that rank among the world's largest manufacturers of civilian and military aircraft. Thank you, Tom Simon and everyone at Aerotech Engineering. By Tom Lassiter and Gleason, Guin, Colson, and Kitch, attorneys in the Epic Center at 301 North Main. We believe our clients' best interests and needs are our own. By Intrust Bank of Wichita, 105 North Main with branches throughout Sedgwick County. Intrust is built on value. We change to meet the times, but we will never change our principles. By Dan Garreau and the law firm of Dugan & Garreau, experts in personal injury, business law, workers' compensation, wills, and trusts. Now with our new location at 3636 North Ridge Road, Suite 100. By McCurdy Real Estate and Auction on East 13th Street, just east of K-96, serving Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma for over 40 years. Real estate, but better. By the Joe and Judy Coughlin and the Chris and Jan Shoemaker families, strong supporters of Grizzly soccer through the Eric Profit Memorial Soccer Fund. By Emerson Biggins, 808 East Douglas at the east edge of Old Town. Come visit Emerson Biggins and enjoy the great food, cold brews, and hospitality of Luis Lopez and his staff today. By Hurricane Sports Bar at the corner of 13th and Tyler. Luis Lopez has brought his hospitality west to make it convenient to Grizzly Nation. By Credit Union of America, where members are the owners. With branches all over the Wichita metro area, Credit Union of America stands ready to serve you. By Todd Eflin Narrates. Hey, that's me. Voiceovers for audiobooks, product or promotional videos, telephone systems, and business commercials. By the Robert L. Gould Foundation, a philanthropic trust assisting the educational needs of young people at Northwest for over 10 years. By the Eric Profit Memorial Soccer Fund, providing scholarship assistance to Northwest soccer seniors each year through the support of the Eric Profit Scholarship Golf Tournament. And by the many other sponsors who make this webcast possible. And now, to the field and to the voice of the Grizzlies, Kevin Arkin.
Thank you, Todd Taylor. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Maize High School, where we're still trying to find the perfect perch to broadcast this game from, and I actually may have found a spot. The bad news about the spot is that the PA speaker with the music on it is 18 inches from my microphone. But the wind is probably less here than it is anywhere else up here in the box area. So it is what it is. We're going to make the best of it, folks. This is a non-league game between Maize High and Northwest. Means nothing for City League. That'll be decided on Tuesday when we go to East High. But it does have big playoff implications. Northwest is trying to get 2 home games and a high seed in the playoffs. Right now, I believe we're number 4 in the playoff picture. The tie last Tuesday, or this couple days ago against Manhattan, did not help us much. We do get a point for it, but we really needed the 2 points. We need 2 points here tonight. We need to get a win on the road at Maize High, and that's what we're going to be trying to do here this evening. Let's give you the starters for Maize High, and unfortunately, they gave us a horrible roster. First of all, it is a combined varsity JV roster. Shame on you guys, whoever typed this. And it doesn't tell us what their position is, so we don't even know who's playing what. Most importantly, we do not know who the goalkeeper is. Here are the players playing for Maize High, the home team here tonight. Grant Wesley, number 1, is a senior. Preston Geetson, number 3, is also a senior. Roman Schmidt, number 4, is a junior. Topher Caniso, number 6, is a senior. Mustafa Mwobozi, who scored in the JV game, is wearing number 7. He's a senior. Angel De Leon, number 10, is a senior. Carter Bradshaw, number 11, is a senior. Zach Pappin, number 13. This wind, he's a senior. Zach Pappin is. Enrique Perez, number 14, is a senior. Joseph Herder, number 24, is a senior. And number 33, Jonathan Martinez, is a senior. And those are the starting lineups for Maize High. For the Grizzlies, one scratch tonight. Trenton McMeekin has a foot injury that he's suffered on Tuesday. Doctors have him out for this game. It's pretty swollen, so he will not be playing. In goal for Northwest, number 1, the sophomore, Evan Locke. On defense, number 2, a junior, Landon Vestring. Also on defense, senior captain Tyler Smalley, wearing number 4. Elijah Benning, the sophomore, will play midfield for the Grizzlies tonight, along with junior number 6, Calvin Bell. Braden Sauter on defense. Braden Sauter is on defense. If they start the national anthem, somebody tap me because I can't hear it. Braden Sauter's on defense. He's a senior. Martin Soto Tovar up front. He's a senior wearing number 10. Braden is number 9. Gabe Schilling, number 11, is a senior. Up front, Pierce Schneider wearing number 13, a junior forward. Christian Urbano, number 16, is a junior. And finally, Tony Solis, number 21, a senior, will play midfield for Austin Clifton's crew tonight. Players are headed to center, and we are awaiting the national anthem.
The starters for the Grizzlies in goal: sophomore number 1, Evan Locke. Junior number 2, Landon Vestring. Senior number 4, Tyler Smalley. Sophomore number 5, Elijah Benning. Junior number 6, Calvin Bell. Senior number 9, Braden Sauter. Senior number 10, Martin Soto Tovar. Senior number 11, Gabe Schilling. Junior number 13, Pierce Schneider. Junior number 16, Christian Urbano. And senior number 21, Anthony Solis. The Maize Eagles are coached by Brett Womack, Brad Holmes, and Jay Holmes. Team managers are Karen McDowell, Kaya Knutson, Jaden Perales, and Kylie Gonzalez. The starters for our Eagles: in goal, senior number 00, Grant Wesley. Senior number 3, Preston Geetson. Junior number 4, Roman Schmidt. Senior number 6, Topher Canizo. Senior number 7, Mustafa Mwobozi. Senior number 10, Angel De Leon. Senior number 11, Carter Bradshaw. Senior number 13, Zach Papan. Senior number 14, Enrique Perez. Senior number 24, Joe Herder. And senior number 33, Jonathan Martinez. Thank you, seniors, for your dedication and devotion to the Maize High School soccer program and for being positive leaders for the underclassmen. Also, thank you to the parents of these seniors for all the support that you have provided for your sons and the Maize High School soccer program. Let's give these senior soccer players and parents one last round of applause. At this time, we invite you to please stand to honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
And that's the national anthem here at Maize High School before our varsity contest tonight. Grizzlies are in their road whites with blue numerals and blue trunks and white socks. Maize, all red tonight. Red shirts, red shorts, red socks, white numerals. And we're about ready to get this thing kick-started. And it looks like the Grizzlies have the wind first. And I'm assuming that that's what Coach Clifton would want, although I shouldn't make that assumption because I don't know that to be true. Want to thank our executive producer tonight, April Isbell, and our videographer is Gabby Mota. Sussana Ontiveros did a great job fighting that wind, literally calling the game sitting underneath a table because it was the only spot up here we could find that had no wind. The wind has actually started to die down a little bit, and the perch I'm at here, as soon as this music is done, will be pretty good for calling the game. All right, we're ready to start it, and it will be the Eagles kicking off. Grizzlies playing right to left with the wind at their back. And the kickoff controlled by the Eagles, sent in deep. Solis gets a chest on it, sends it back now to Smalley. Smalley sends it up to midfield. Soto is there. And Soto has it, gives it to Schneider. Schneider wearing number 13 tonight because it's a road game. Back to Solis. Calvin Bell with it. And Bell will send it all the way across to Braden Sauter. Now Benning has it, and he goes down. That'll be the first foul of the game. Center referee tonight is Mark Edwards. He's being assisted by Michael Graham on our side and by Ben Seymour over there by the fans. And a free kick being taken by Tyler Smalley. And in case you are not aware of it, nice article about Tyler Smalley in the Eagle yesterday, the Wichita local newspaper. Nice tribute to our fine defender. Here's a give and go from Martin Soto. He puts one in the center. Who's going to get the shot off? And it will be a weak shot by Christian Urbano. And an easy save by Grant Wesley, who, unlike my program, is not wearing number 1. He's wearing number 00. Out to center it comes, being chased there by Tyler Smalley. He'll send this one back to Evan Locke. Locke wearing one of the old blue uniforms from previous years as a goalkeeper jersey once again. So he's in blue, and Wesley is in black. And now you know the haberdasher for everybody. Eagles are going to sub out some of the seniors who started all the seniors on the team, as tradition would warrant. 3 of them are about to sub out. And that one goes over for a goal kick. Let's go ahead and take 10. Are we ready to take 10? This is Grizzly Soccer.
Grizzly Soccer on YouTube is brought to you in part by Dr. Steve Priddle and the Women's Health Group of Manhattan.
And the Eagles sub in 3 players. They bring in Austin Uffendell, number 5. Number 8 is Joe Carbajal. And number 9 over there is Gabe Portillo. And the subs are now completed. Evan Locke will have his goalkeeper distribution. 3 minutes gone. First half, no score. Northwest and Maize. It'll be a throw-in here for the Grizzlies. Being handled by Tony Solis. And the senior throws it in and headed out of play. We'll do it all over again. And April Isbell's about to find out what it's like to get her back tapped on all night long, as people want to get by her because her position has her blocking the stairwell. Whatever you do, April, Don't back up.
Oh my God, yes.
You back up, you'll be down on the ground, 2 stories down. Here's a infield fly call. Ball still bounding around. Looks like Wesley's going to get it for Maize. He'll have a goalkeeper distribution. And he will bring it out to the penalty area. Like I said, the wind is starting to die down. It might be a good thing the Grizzlies got it first. There might not be as much wind in the second half. Unlike Tuesday night when the wind got stronger as the night went on. The sun is about to go down here and is almost behind all the buildings. And with the sun is going the volume of the wind. It was blowing 40 miles an hour when JV kicked off. On the far side, Urbano can't get to it. Benning has it, though, and he'll send it up to Schneider. Schneider, whoops, he forgot to take the ball with him. And the Eagles take it away and head back toward Grizzly land. Hard to believe this is our second last game of the year. Regular season, of course. Grizzlies hopefully will play deep into the playoffs this year, we're hoping. We know they'll get at least one home game. Gabby, if my big noggin is in the way, you just need to tap me or something, okay? Nobody needs to look at my bald spot. There's a shot, Urbano, off the side of the net. And it will be a goal kick for the Eagles. Let's take 10. We'll be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
This portion of Soccer on YouTube is brought to you by the Don and Aloma Willie family, proud grandparents of Grizzly midfielder Sawyer Ross, number 13.
Goal kick taken. Intercepted by Benning. Elijah watches it go out of play. It'll stay with Northwest, however. Throw in is intercepted by the Red Shirts, and they are controlling as we speak. Oh, Soto almost intercepted that one for a breakaway. Just failed to click. This one's coming in deep, and it's going to roll out of play. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. Solis quickly gets it back into Benning. Benning back to Smalley. Oh, Tyler almost lost it. And he'll send it back to Locke. Locke will have to get rid of it in a hurry. And does so. He gets it out here to Benning. Benning over here to Solis. And now back in the center for Calvin Bell. If you just joined us, go back and watch the JV game tomorrow on the podcast. It was a very well played game by our JV, even though they came up on the short end of the scoreboard. Dropping it 2-0. Both goals in the second half with the wind. And that one goes out of play. It'll turn over to the Eagles. Landon Vestering gets a foot on that one. Now Benning with it. Benning has some room, gives it to Soto. Soto tried to chip one into Jesus, to Urbano, and it's just as well he didn't get it because he was offside. And Maize comes away with it. That's Bradshaw going 1-on-3. Now he dishes it off, and centering pass is taken away by Bell, and Soto sends it to Schilling, and a foul is called. They took away the advantage. Is this fence making the camera move? Good. Smalley will take the free kick. 8.5 gone, first half, no score. Benning loses the handle on it. Solis sliding tackle misses. And here come the Eagles back with it now. Into the wind. And Smalley takes that one downtown. Tyler Smalley with his big gun for a foot. Sends it all the way back to Wesley. The back line of Maize with the ball at the moment. Now centered to Perez. And here's Benning stealing one. Oh, he couldn't get the shot off. Still has the ball. And that one is going to get kicked out of play. And what bad luck for Northwest, because Benning had something going there. Throw-in's going to be handled for Maize by Roman Schmidt. Schmidt's throw is headed by Benning, and now Solis sends it to Schilling. Schilling pops one up for himself. That's not a bad play if he can get to it. Top of the penalty area, he goes down, and a foul call that'll be just outside the penalty area, and it will be a free kick for Northwest. Tyler Smalley being shown by center referee Mark Edwards where the ball should go. And surely they that back line is not 10 yards away. I'm not sure it's 10 inches away. You know, it always kills me that they have to ask the referee to move the line back. They shouldn't have to do that. They can be carded for standing where they were standing. Yep. Quite frankly, maybe they should have been. Because if they had gotten carded, they won't do it again. There's a shot off the crossbar. Off the foot of Smalley. He bananaed one, and it just almost went in. That one goes over the goal line. That'll be a corner kick for Northwest. Christian Urbano hustling over to take it for the Grizzlies. Oh, that was so close by Smalley. How come those crossbars are 3 feet across when you're kicking into them? In the air. Soto. He gets a shot off. It's deflected. That ought to be another corner kick. Well, that shows you what I know. That'll be a goal kick for. I could have sworn that was deflected. And they quickly take it. Over here on the near side it comes. Tony Solis there defensively. Now Benning gets a foot on it, gives it to Tony. Tony sends it to Martin Soto. Soto in the corner to Pierce Schneider. Schneider watches it go out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Grizzlies. And it looks like Martin's going to take it. I'd rather see Martin on the receiving end of that myself. But into Schilling, back to Soto. That one comes out. Smalley has it under control for Northwest. Now Solis will send it back up to Soto on the near side. Soto, one man to get around. Does so, sends one across to center. Urbano with it. Gets it to Bell, back to Urbano. Now back to Smalley, and oops, here's a problem. Went through the wickets of Smalley, and who's putting on the Jets but Zach Pappen. And Smalley gets back there and kicks it out of play. It'll be a throw-in. I just want to know if my head's in that picture and you're not telling me.
No, it's not.
Okay, that's good.
Maybe just the hat.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. The hat is part of the head. Oh, the brim?
Oh, yeah.
The brim of my hat? Okay. Ball back in. And I have the same problem the camera does. We cannot see the corner to our right. And the only way I can see it would be to lean over the fence. And quite frankly, as loose as this fence is, I'm afraid I'd go flying. So I think we'll just forget that. Benning with it. for Northwest. Nice leave. And there's one up the far side for Urbano. Soto on the near side. Schilling in the middle. And they can't keep the ball down there. It's one back there by the Eagles. And Schneider gets it for Northwest. Urbano sends it back to Benning. Benning up to Schilling. And Schilling trying to get it to Schneider again. That one comes out to center. The lights are on here at Maize High. They really haven't taken effect yet, but they will here shortly as the sun is just about to go behind the bleachers. And it seems like every place we play, the sun is in our face. Maize High is no exception. Here's Solis with it. He sends it up to Soto on the near side. Martin watches this one get knocked out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest. Approaching 15 minutes gone in the first period. No score between Maize and Northwest. Grizzlies have the only shot on goal of the first half. There's Benning with it. Nice spin move by Elijah Benning, and he's fouled, and that's a good call by Mark Edwards. It'll give the Grizzlies a free kick. They double-teamed Benning, and down he went. Tyler Smalley will tee it up again. Grizzlies trying to get on the board while they have the wind at their back. There's a long one right to Wesley. I mean, it was room service delivery to Grant Wesley, and he'll have a goalkeeper distribution now. And there's a long one, and if he's not offside, you gotta be kidding me. And Tyler Smalley gets a 2-point takedown. And they're wanting a PK out of it, and they're not going to get it. It was a foul. Oh my gosh, was that a foul? Quite frankly, if it had been me, Tyler would be wearing yellow right now. Restart taken, and that one blocked out of play. It'll be a corner kick for Maize, and they're going to sub in 3 players. A.B. Cavazos, number 18,
for the Eagles,
junior.
Number 18, A.B. Cavazos.
And number 25 is Grant Pittman Tifford. He's a sophomore. And finally, number 31, Isaac Rodriguez, is a junior, and he will also sub in for Maize. Corner kick will come from the blind corner in our viewing. Whistle has blown. Still waiting for somebody to do something down there. Here it is in the air, and it goes through the wickets of everybody. There's a shot and a save by Evan Locke. Goes over the goal. They'll do another corner kick, but what a great play by Evan Locke. 22.5 remaining, first half, no score. Each team with 2 shots on goal now. This is the only school we've played all year that actually puts the shots on goal on the scoreboard. Of course, most of the schools don't have that feature on their scoreboard, including us. Corner kick on the far side this time. I don't know what we're waiting for, but we're waiting. In the air it comes. Loose in front, goes through everybody. Maize will get it on the near side. Now we have a whistle, and it will be Grizzly ball. Can't tell you what happened. Didn't see it. Huh? Tony was fighting for it in the corner and got fouled. And that one is intercepted by the red shirts, and there's a chance. Oh, Landon Vestring had a foot on it. Here's a chance. A chip shot goes over the goal, and boy, do we dodge a major league bullet. It will be a goal kick for Northwest. Perfect time for a timeout. We'll take 10. We'll be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
This portion of Soccer on YouTube is brought to you by the Don and Aloma Willie family, proud grandparents of Grizzly midfielder Sawyer Ross, number 13.
Tony Solis sends one forward now to Pierce Schneider. Back to Benning. And the Grizzlies are not passing as crisply as they were in the first quarter of this game. Urbano sends it over to Soto. Martin Soto leaves one forward for Urbano, and Soto is hurt. Out of bounds it goes. Soto gets right up. Throw in comes in to Calvin Bell. Calvin back to Pierce and to Solis. Tony looking for some help. Spin move, sends it forward, kind of weak for Soto. Soto goes down, that'll be a foul. And Soto is slow to get up, but he is getting up. And it will be a free kick for Northwest. Looks like Solis is going to take this one as opposed to Smalley. Tony Solis. On the ground, in the air. Still loose in front. And now Solis has it again. And he tried to lob one to Martin Soto. Now we'll have some subs come in as Jesus Ortiz comes in for Northwest, and Portillo, DeLeon, and Bradshaw, 9, 10, and 11 all come in for the Maize Eagles. And folks, sit tight. I'll be right back. Starting to cool off here at Maize. Now that the sun has gone down, I had to grab a jacket, and I'm going to ask April, look in the lower left-hand corner of my screen and tell me what the temperature is.
Lower left-hand corner, 65 degrees.
65? It's gone down 5 degrees since we kicked off. No wonder I'm cold. Maize with the ball, bringing it up the near sideline into the corner, and God, I hate this. I hate this place. It just kills me. That was not a forest you saw just a moment ago on camera. You probably saw the lumberjacks in there working, trying to clear away the brush. See, I could see that corner if I leaned out, but I can't lean out because then I'm in your way.
I'll tell you about it.
Yeah. Smalley tries to boot it. Now that's going to go out of play. Goes into the Maize bench. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. 17 to go, first half. No score. Here's a chance for Jesus. Jesus kind of tripped on the carpet there. And this one's going to go in deep. There's a chance, a shot, score. After all that, a soft goal on a defensive lapse. I need a pen. Is there a pen over there?
Eagles by number 11, Carter Bradshaw.
I just need something. I had a pen out. I don't know what happened to it. Okay, it'll be fine. I don't think I have any in here. Carter Bradshaw scores the goal. Oh, look what I found. Thank you, McCurdy Auction, for the pen. 16 to go now, first half. Grizzlies trail for the first time. And did we get an assist on that goal? We'll check with the official scorer inside here at halftime. In the meantime, Grant Wesley has the ball for Maize. We have a foul called against Northwest and a free kick coming for Maize. Grizzlies going to sub in a couple here in a minute. A.J. Joint and Carlos Gonzalez Huerta both getting set to come in for Northwest. Maize about to make another line change, bringing in the fourth line. Here's the free kick. In the air it goes toward Evan Locke. He'll have an easy catch. Goalkeeper distribution, sends it out on the far side. Oh. Urbano got his pocket picked that time, and here it is in the center. Good job to head it away by Solis to prevent the shot, and it goes out of play, and it will stay with the Eagles. Bird and Huerta come in, coming out Pierce Schneider and Christian Urbano.
And number 14, Enrique Perez. Into the Grizzlies, number 8, A.J. Joint, and number 18, Carlos Gonzalez Huerta.
Mrs. Knutson, who is the PA announcer, does a better job with her Hispanic pronunciations, quite frankly, than I do. And I admit it. Grizzlies trying to get something going here. 14 to go, first half. They're down by 1, no reason to panic. They just need to work it down. Grizzlies have had 2 shots on goal. Maize has had 4. And again, Maize is playing into the wind. There's one. Evan Locke picks it off. In the air it goes. Nice boot out past center. Headed away. Looks like Soto's got a chance if he can control it. And good job defensively that time by Roman Schmidt to take it away from Martin Soto. Benning takes it away from Schmidt. And now Huerta has it at midfield. Back to Smalley. Tyler sends it over to Tony Solis. Back to Benning and up to Soto. Soto trying to get something going. Oh, nice crossing pass to Jesus. He sends it to Bell. Bell's a long shot and a save by Wesley. Beautiful save. Great shot by Calvin Bell. It'll be a corner kick for Northwest. And we'll have to see who plays this because Christian Urbano's not in the game. Who is that?
Calvin Bell.
Calvin Bell's going to take it. Couldn't see his number. Bell puts one in the middle. Pretty good play. Grizzlies still have it. Centering pass, Benning. Tried to lob one in, didn't go. And now Solis has it. Jesus Ortiz. Trying to get it to Ortiz again. And finally, the red shirt's taken away, but only for a moment because there's Benning to win it back. Gives it to Smalley. Smalley, the entire team is in the south half of the field. This one's going to go out of play. That'll be a goal kick for Maize. Let's take 10. You're watching Grizzly Soccer.
This portion of Soccer on YouTube is brought to you by the Don and Aloma Willie family, proud grandparents of Grizzly midfielder Sawyer Ross, number 13.
Goal kick about to be.
This portion of Soccer on YouTube is brought.
And he sends it out toward midfield. Benning heads it back forward. Now the infield fly rule's called. As this one goes out of play, it'll belong to Northwest. And Solis will throw it in right from the midfield stripe below us. Good throw. This one is headed by Roman Schmidt into the Grizzly bench. A quick throw in now from Benning. And across the way it goes, and a good move because Sauter was out there all by himself. He's going to play it forward, and the ball is still loose. Braden's got it again. Sauter centering one. Too bad Jesus couldn't volley it. He gets a shot off over the top of everything. It'll be a goal kick for Maize. Let's take 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Grizzly Soccer on YouTube is sponsored in part by Wichita Academy in Goddard. Thank you, Kyle Eno and your staff, for your support.
Ball at midfield after the goal kick. And the Maize Eagles working it downfield. There are 1-on-4, or 3-on-4, I should say. There's a shot and a save by Locke. Loose ball in front. Vestring's got it. And now we have a whistle. And what are we calling here? Well, whatever it is, they're giving push in the back. They're calling a push in the back, according to our rules expert, April Isbell. And if she doesn't know it, it isn't worth knowing, you know. Sauter sends one forward on the far side. Hustling up to get it. A.J. Joint. Out of play it goes. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. Deep in Eagle territory. And now, believe it or not, the 40-mile-an-hour wind we had during the JV game is gone, and the flag isn't even moving. So the wind has just quit once the sun's gone down. We have an offside call. And here's problems. Vestring gets a foot on it. It's going to go out of play. It'll be a corner kick for. That should be a corner kick for the Eagles. Vestring knocked it out. Well, it's going to be a goal kick. We'll keep it here this time since we were unprepared. Ortiz got a nice header on it, then couldn't find the ball. Eagles have it again. That one goes out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. Throw in for Martin Soto, and it's headed out again. We'll do it all over again, 15 yards downfield. And this one's going to go out of play. That should stay with Northwest as well, and it will. 7 minutes to go, first half. Grizzlies trail 1-0. Pardon me. And we have an offside call. I don't know how you can't have an offside on a throw-in, people. It'll be a free kick for the Eagles. In the air it goes. Out past center. Bestring got a head on it, and Solis has checked off the ball, and it happens to roll right back to Evan Locke, and they're going to call a foul on the check. A nice check by Zach Pappen, but wrong sport. Tyler Smalley will get a free kick here. The Red Shirts have it in their own end. Now they're bringing it forward to get it past center. A chip forward to Carter Bradshaw, who's got the goal in the first half here. Grizzlies are about to sub in Christian Urbano and Pierce Schneider. In fact, they're coming in now, and the Eagles are subbing in Mustafa Mbozi and Abe Cavazos. And number 31 is Isaac Rodriguez.
Number 18, A.B. Cavazos. Number 25, Grant Pittman Tifford. And number 31, Isaac Rodriguez. Checking in for the Grizzlies, number 16, Christian Urbano. And number 13, Pierce Schneider.
Okay. Grizzlies have been outshot 6-4. They trail 1-0, inside 5 to go. Let's get it back right here. Come on. Shot and a save by Wesley. He's been fantastic when he's been challenged. That'll be a throw-in for Northwest. Great shot by Ortiz. Again, he's had 2 good chances and just can't finish them. And there's a loose ball in front who's Grizzlies have it. Benning gets a weak one in. That'll be a goal kick. Let's take 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
This portion of tonight's contest is brought to you by the family of Todd and Stacy Vestring, proud supporters of Grizzly Soccer.
Goal kick coming from Grant Wesley. In the air, out towards center, where Benning will get a chest on it. And now A.J. Joint will send it over here to Tony Solis. Solis to Benning. Benning to Bell. And Bell couldn't get it forward. It's taken away by the Eagles. And here comes Vestring to save the day and send it back to center. Schneider for Urbano on the far side. Christian Urbano to Ortiz. Ortiz, can you get a shot off? He does, and another save by Wesley, and acrobatic it was. Grant Wesley is on fire, just what we don't need. Calvin Bell again, sending it forward. Schneider tried to split 2 defenders, unable to do so. He goes down. Soto puts one in. Now Solis with a touch. Smalley sends it forward to Martin. Soto pops one into the Grizzlies dugout. And we have a throw-in coming from waiting for a throw in here. We didn't even know if it was coming the way it was going. Loose ball is won there by the Eagles. Martin Soto comes in, takes it away. but only for a moment. There's a long one. Evan Locke should have no trouble handling that. And with 2 minutes to go in the first half, he'll throw it out on the far side to Braden Sauter. Sauter sends one up past midfield, headed back and right at him. Vestering gets a foot on it. And now Braden will send one for Benning. Oh, Benning goes down. He did a full gainer over there. Play continues. 85 seconds remaining in the first half. There's another long one that Evan Locke will have no problem with. With no wind anymore, the balls are making themselves down there, and there is no wind at all. It's unbelievable how it quit. The wind was blowing so hard that when we were setting up, the wind actually blew our laptop off the table. And if I hadn't been there to catch it, it would have ended up at the bottom of the stairs. .38 seconds to go now. And unless something really weird happens, it's going to be 1-0 at halftime. April, we're going to need the halftime block of ads. Okay? Tony still pops one back. We have an offside call. And by the time, it doesn't matter now, but there's no way they're going to get another kickoff. Boom, there's the horn. We are at halftime. Halftime score, Maize 1 and Northwest 0. We'll be back with our halftime extravaganza in 3 minutes. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Friendly is finding a better rate, an instant debit card, scholarships and teacher grants for projects, loans specifically for teachers and healthcare professionals, being the #1 auto lender for a reason, more than $400,000 in community partnerships. Credit Union of America. Welcome to Friendly. Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Campaign of this property and it's sold right.
Shall we book it?
Yes.
Yeah. I love it.
Hi friends, Phil Nightingale, General Manager at Mount Hamilton Ford. Have you been thinking about a new SUV? Right now is a great time to buy a new Ford at the big corner of 119th and West Kellogg. EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition, Melham Ford is sure to have the right vehicle to fit your size. And you know you can count on us with this great selection to find the right SUV at the best price to fit your budget. Check us out online or in person. Let us make your purchase easy with pickup and delivery right from your home or work. Mel Hamilton Ford. Experience the difference.
Welcome back to Maize High School with our executive producer, pardon me, April Isbell, and Gabby Mota, our videographer. Kevin Arkin with you. Halftime, Grizzlies trail 1-0 to the Maize Eagles. A goal by Carter Bradshaw. 16 minutes remaining in the first half. And that's the only score of the game so far. A pretty important game for the Grizzlies. It has no league implications, but it does have seeding implications. It could be very, very important. And a point out of this, or a point or two out of this, 2 points would be even better. They're going to have to get busy, get a couple goals here. Pardon me. In the second half, the win. I beg your pardon, folks. It's allergy season. The wind has been killing me all day. Trying to get through it. And I got to get through it because I got another game to do tomorrow night. We are at Riverfront Stadium tomorrow night for football. Grizzlies will take on the Pioneers of West High School at Riverfront Stadium, our only appearance there this year. We are actually the home team tomorrow night, which is too bad because we lost a home game at Northwest in order to go down to Riverfront Stadium. But it'll be a neat experience for the kids of both teams. West actually gets to play 2 games there this year. The Holy War game last week was very successful. Over 8,000 fans attended. I don't think we'll have near as big a crowd tomorrow night as the Holy War game did, but it was still very successful last week, and we're looking forward to having a little different venue for the kids tomorrow night. Our next game is our last game of the regular season, is an important game. We are at East High on Tuesday for a City League doubleheader. Varsity will play first, and the varsity game will start at 3:30. 3:30 kickoff at East on Tuesday, and it's for all the marbles. City League title is on the line. It is the Grizzlies' title to win. All they have to do is win the game, they win the title. It's that simple. So hopefully they will have a very successful day on Tuesday, but they've got more work to do here as well. We're going to go ahead and take one more time out, and then we'll be back with the second half. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Intrust Bank is a major sponsor of the Northwest Soccer program through the Eric Profit Scholarship Tournament. At Intrust Bank, we place our values at the center of everything we do. It's a philosophy we have followed for more than 140 years. This principled approach to business is encapsulated into 3 words: tradition for today. This principle makes us different from the rest. Check out Intrust Bank today at intrustbank.com.
Campaign on this property and it's sold right.
Shall we book it? Yes. Yeah. Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Bill Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. Are you looking for a used car, truck, or SUV? With the largest selection in the state, you're sure to find the vehicle you're searching for at Mel Hamilton Ford. At the Big Corner, customers are number one, so every used vehicle is checked out in our shop by a certified technician before it goes out on the lot for sale. Shop Mel Hamilton Ford first, a dealer you can trust. Visit us out on West Kellogg today or shop us online at mhford.com. Mel Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Grizzly Soccer Online is supported by Todd Eflin Narrates. I'm the voice you hear on our sponsor announcements. My wife is an alum of Northwest, and this is my 6th season as your announcer. I was a longtime radio personality in Wichita and now do full-time voice acting. You can use my voice for your business, like product or training videos, telephone systems, radio or TV spots, and audiobooks. Learn more online at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com.
Welcome back to Maize High School with our executive producer, April Isbell, and our videographer, Gabby Mota. Kevin Arkin with you. We are at halftime of the varsity contest tonight between Northwest and the Maize Eagles. Northwest trails 1-0 after 40 minutes of play, and this is a big game. Has a lot of playoff implications for this Grizzlies squad, so we're going to be open for a comeback here in the second half. Both teams are on the field. The Grizzlies will play from left to right here in the second half. Maize in their solid red uniforms, Grizzlies wearing their road whites. Each team was 6 shots on goal in the first half. And thank you. I've got an Excedrin headache from the I could reach up here, right up here. If I unscrewed this thing and pull on it, I can unplug it. What do you think? So, yeah, if I take a hearing test tomorrow, I'm going to flunk it. Of course, I'd flunk it anyway. Grizzlies kick it off. Benning sends it back to Tyler Smalley. We're underway here in half number 2. Grizzlies, I tell you, they have to shoot into the wind. There is no wind. It doesn't matter. So the wind has been neutralized. What wind there was in favor of the Northwest, but it died down very shortly after the game started. Braden Sauter, and then Pierce Schneider knocks it out of play. And then once again, there's Carter Bradshaw with it, who scored the only goal of the game so far. Eagles controlling the ball at midfield. Now Vestring comes in and breaks it up. There's Benning with it to Smalley, and Smalley sends it out on the far side for Soto. Soto sends a long one down the side, but it goes out of play. It will be a throw-in for Maize. 1 minute gone, second half, 1-0, Grizzlies trail. Want to send our appreciation to athletic director here at Maize, Alan Leichner, for his hospitality and helping us get a place up here to set up our equipment. We went where he told us to go. This is not where I wanted to be, but it's where he told us to go. I really wanted to be on the ground below us and just have our camera up here. Here's an opportunity on the far side. Centering one, shot, score! Urbano scores it off a feed from Calvin Bell, and the Grizzlies have tied it up.
Goal put in for Northwest Grizzlies by number 16, Christian Urbano.
Hey, well done, Jesus. Yes, Jesus. Way to be there, Christian. Great ball, Jesus.
With 38:02 left in the second half, the score is tied at 1.
Are they saying Jesus scored it?
No. Assisted.
He got the assist?
Urbano finish.
Okay. I thought it was Bell that got the assist. They're going to give it to Jesus Ortiz. Urbano finishes it. It's tied at 1, 2 minutes into half number 2. What do I do with my pencil? Here we go. Pardon me a moment while I record that information, lest I forget it. We got 16 from 15 with 38 to go. Okay, it's an all new ball game now, folks. And here's Urbano, who just put it home, and he's got another chance. And his shot is very weak. I think it was partially blocked, and here comes Maize back with it. Far side, Evan Locke will snag that one for Northwest. Well, Northwest needed to do 2 things in this half. They've done one of them, and that is get it tied early. They've managed to do that. Now they need to keep Maize out of the hole. There's one for Evan Locke to go down and grab. No problem.
I'm loving this sun going down. Great. I mean, it looks pretty. Oh, yeah.
Out here to center. And once again, it is Maize taking the ball back down into Grizzly territory. Pass over here on the near side, now across, and Tyler Smalley's there to intercept. Benning sends it out to center, but there's nobody there but red shirts, and it'll be Maize bringing it right back down again. Urbano on defense. Intercepts the pass for a moment. Here's an infield fly rule, and it'll be Evan Locke who will go down and get it. Got hit on the way down. Incidental contact, no big deal. And now Maize is controlling the ball again. There's another one that goes over everything. That'll be a goal kick. Let's take 10. We'll be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
The Ultimate Sports Academy, 9020 West Harry, is proud to sponsor Grizzly Soccer on the Internet.
And we're waiting for a ball to be delivered here. That's the reason for the delay. And now Evan Locke has one. He will take this one himself. Out to center it comes. Ortiz. Oh, he tried to get one to Urbano, so instead he sends it to Soto. Soto on the far side. And it goes down and out of play. It'll be a throw in for Maize. If you're hearing scoreboard horns in the black background on the adjacent field, the junior varsity and freshman football games are being played. Out of play it goes. It'll belong to Northwest. Throw in will take place right at midfield. And it comes for Soto. That was Bell, excuse me. Braden Sauter sends one over here on the near side for Urbano. Urbano always sent a beautiful ball forward, but Benning wasn't there to get it. And he puts good pressure on the goalkeeper. Yes, folks, I do use Head and Shoulders. Sauter, nice save. Bell tried to get it to Schneider, and it was intercepted. Tyler Smalley gets it back defensively, and the Grizzlies are playing good hustling defense. This one goes out of play. It'll be a throw in for Maize. 7 minutes gone in the second half. Tied at 1. Grizzlies and Maize. The annual slugfest between these two soccer powers. Was talking to Coach Clifton yesterday, and we were discussing the fact that you've got, if you draw a straight line or a near straight line between Maize, Northwest, and Bishop Carroll, you have 3 solid soccer programs within a 5-mile span. Foul called here. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. Awaiting something here. And the whistle finally blows. And a chip shot in the air. Oh, but they were looking for a header and couldn't get it. Benning, top of the penalty area. Nope, comes all the way back out. Smalley chests it for a moment. Still has it. Still has it. Goes back in, and it's going to go out of play. That'll be a goal kick. Let's take 10. We'll be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Thanks to Tommy's Express Car Wash, 1340 North Tyler Road in front of Northwest for their support of Grizzly Soccer.
Ball on the far side being worked downfield by the Maize Eagles. Grizzlies trying to stop it, of course, so far unable to do so. And there's a shot blocked by the defense. Tyler Smalley gets in there, gives it to Braden. Braden sends it over to Martin Soto. Soto, a long one for Ortiz, and he couldn't control it, and Maize gets it right back. This one goes in deep. Shot, score. Wow. Long pass and a quick, on the volley, a quick finish.
Goal put in by Carter Bradshaw for the Eagles with 30:51 left in the half. Maize is up by 1.
They didn't announce who got the assist, but Carter Bradshaw gets his second goal of the game, and it was a beauty because he volleyed that pass. The pass was perfect, but give Bradshaw all the credit in the world for volleying it home. And the Grizzlies trail again, 2-1 now. Throw in coming for Northwest. Soto can't do anything with it. A long rejection that Landon Vestring will have no trouble chasing down. He gives it to Braden Sauter on the near side. Sauter to center, nobody home. Here come the red shirts with it again. Led this time by Angel DeLeon. He gets it back to Zach Pappin. Now over on the near side. Who's going to get it? Urbano has it. Christian to Braden Sauter, who came up. Schneider. Bell. And rejected again. This one's going to go all the way back for Landon Vestring to deal with. And Landon might just let it go out of play. Oh, he punches it forward. Nice play to get it to Braden Sauter. Tackle fails on the part of the Eagles, and Schneider sends it up to Ortiz. Now Urbano has it. Urbano's pass is blocked. And they're going to we have a, looks like Urbano got kicked right in the hip. And they stopped time for the injury. 28:47 to go. And Urbano is in pain. He's grabbing his right hip. Let's go ahead and put a 1-minute job in there, and let's go ahead and take a timeout here while they tend to the injury. We'll be back. This is NW Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Soccer.
I'm ready.
Me too.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Whole marketing campaign of this property and sold right to
Shall we book it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think this is it.
Ready to resume play. Tyler Smalley will take a free kick. Urbano walked off under his own power and has been replaced in the game by Gabe Schilling. Schneider can't control it. Comes back out to center. Landon Vestring over there defensively for Northwest. Nice job. Benning has it. Benning, a nice pass for Solis. Unfortunately, Maize comes back with it. 28:20 remaining in the second half. 2-1, Grizzlies trail. Now we have a whistle and another foul. This time Martin Soto goes down. And tonight I can't speak for Maize, but for Northwest, tonight is not a school night, even though it's Thursday. There's no school tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day of the quarter. And on the last day of the quarter, the teachers get a teacher relief day. And given this bunch of ragamuffins I have to work with, we could use a teacher relief day.
Yep.
What are you girls going to do with your day off?
I am going to be cleaning. I'm going to be painting pumpkins and going to the park.
It's supposed to be nice weather tomorrow, so get outside if you can. Anyway, no kids tomorrow, so then it doesn't matter whether or not we're late tonight. Ortiz, he had a shot blocked. That was a pretty good defensive play to block that one. Schilling sends one across for Soto. Soto got a head on it. And, it would have gone wide, but it was close. Wesley will have a goalkeeper distribution. 26.5 remaining in the second half. Schilling trying to get something going there offensively for Northwest. This one's going to roll out of play right in front of the Grizzly bench. Braden Sauter will throw it in. And he throws it into Ortiz. That's a pretty good throw to Ortiz. He still got it. And he takes one centering. He tried to get it over there to Soto for a header, and it was intercepted. And a pretty nice play that was by.
That's gotta be a card. That's so bad. That's the second time.
And now Mark Edwards stops play, and I think we're going to have a card. And that card was actually called by the coaching staff of Northwest. So a card's been issued with 25:57.
Number 7, Mustafa Mimbozi.
25:57 remaining in the second half.
Number 25,
the Eagles will make a line change during all of this, and awaiting a free kick from the Grizzlies here on the restart once all the players get settled. And we're back underway. Low on the ground. Clock running again. We have Smalley and Benning, and April, is our clock right? Yes. Awesome. I don't know why I asked. Here's a 2-on-2 break for the Eagles. A lot of action on the far side over there. This one's going to go over the goal line. That should be a corner kick. It is. Eagles will get a corner kick with 25 minutes remaining. Grizzlies have another player down. Can you girls tell me who that is?
That is Tony
Solis? Yeah, it is, 21. Yeah. Tony Solis down for Northwest. Now he gets held up. Again, they stopped the clock again with 24:57 remaining. Solis is back up. The trainer, Tommy Gonzalez, is about 10 yards into the field. And Solis is going to come off, and he'll be replaced by Basil Shakhtor. Solis is kind of hobbling. He got kind of beat up over there. Okay, it is a corner kick for Maize. Out of all that. In the air it goes, low. And it's chipped out, and here come the Grizzlies with something cooking maybe. This one's sent right back into the penalty area. And Evan Locke will have it. He'll make a goalkeeper distribution. On the far side. There's a shot and an easy save by Evan Locke, and out here to Schilling. And Schilling can't get anything going. Braden Sauter, that's going to land right up here, and April Isbell all over that one. Showing us her outstanding goalkeeper skills, which we'll see in the spring. So her goals against average in the boys season is at 0, and Braden Sauter is going to get a card for a very heavy foul. So the clock stops again with 23:37 to go. A.J. Joint will come in for him. And we have a goal. We have an offside call. Free kick for Northwest. And Soto, oh, nice job. Again, nice job by Soto. Then he's tripped. And no call. Evan Locke will pick it up, have a goalkeeper distribution. We're on the air Tuesday at 3 o'clock. from East High School. Varsity game will be played first. Free kick coming for Northwest. And if the Grizzlies win that, they win the City League. Just that simple. So it is for all the marbles. Christian Urbano getting set to come back in, so that's good news. In the air it goes, in front, a header, and a save by Wesley. He has been in the right place all night long. Guess that's what happens when you have good goalkeeping. A.J. Joint giving chase on the near side. Can't catch up with it. And shot that time by Mbozi. Easy save for Evan Locke. And Mbozi again, now he passes it back over here on the near side to Rodriguez. Centering pass intercepted by Calvin Bell. Bell will bring it down himself. Now he stops. Centers one for Benning. Benning looking for some help. Gets it in the form of his defensive line. And this one goes back deep. It's going to be sent all the way back to their goalkeeper, Wesley. He distributes very quickly. And that one's tapped out by Benning, and we'll have some subs coming in. Maize will be making a line change, and Christian Urbano will come in for Martin Soto.
Number 9, Gabe Portillo. Number 10, Angel DeLeon, and number 11, Carter Bradshaw.
20 minutes and change remaining, second half. Grizzlies trail 2-1. Each team with 11 shots on goal in the game. Now we have another whistle and a foul, and it will be a free kick for Northwest. Smalley's distributions intercepted. Grizzlies still fighting for it, but right now it is Maize ball. And that one goes out of play. That'll be a throw-in for Northwest. A.J. Joint will throw it in right below us. Schneider back to Joint. Now back to Landon Vestring. Vestring sends it to Joint again. Ooh, he put it right on the foot of the wrong guy. Here's a chance for Maize. Oh, and it almost taken away there by Benning. With some help from Schachtor, this one goes over the goal line, and it will be a goal kick for Northwest. Let's take 10 seconds, and we'll be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Soccer on the Internet is being brought to you by Security First Title, providing title insurance, abstract products, and closing services on real estate in Kansas and Missouri. Offices all over the Wichita area.
At midfield, Maize with it. Trying to work it back down for a shot on goal. Almost got one there from Zach Pappin. And there's a foul. That'll be a free kick for Maize. They take it very quickly in front. Score! Oh, my goodness. Enrique Perez scores a long bomb from 30 yards away. We're going to give the assist to Angel DeLeon on the pass to Perez. And the Grizzlies now down 3-1.
Goal put in for Maize by number 14, Enrique Perez.
Now the Grizzlies need to come back. Pardon me, from 2 down. Doesn't seem like the team. They just don't seem like the team that won 8 in a row. Offensively, they have not been great offensively at all in the last 3 or 4 games, and their defense has been good, but defense can only carry us so far. You got to score. Vestring sends one over there on the far side. Schneider can't control it. Now comes off the chest of A.J. Joint. It'll be a throw-in for Maize. Braden Sutter getting ready to come back in, presumably for A.J. Joint. Calvin Bell almost split 2 defenders, and then Schneider sends one. Here's a chance for Ortiz. And he just didn't have enough speed to keep up that time with Joe Carbajal. And there's a long one that Wesley has no trouble handling. He'll distribute it locally. 16:30 to go. Grizzlies down 3-1. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's get a goal here. A.J. Joint with it. Bell to Landon Vestring. Oh, that one is intercepted. Schachter got his pocket picked, and we got a break because it went over the top. It'll be a goal kick for Northwest. Let's take 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Thanks to David and Jana Terhune for their sponsorship of Grizzly Soccer on YouTube again this year.
Benning with it. There's a shot. Easy save by Evan Locke. That one goes out. That should be a throw-in for Northwest. Grizzlies need a goal. Actually, they need 2. Not only would a loss here tonight hurt their playoff seeding, because it will, not only will it hurt their playoff seeding, it'll also saddle them with a 2-game losing streak, and we have not lost 2 in a row since the first week of the season when we lost at Derby and at Washburn Rural, the latter being in overtime. And some subs coming in here for Maize. This will be a corner kick for Maize, by the way.
In for the Eagles, number 7, Mustafa Mbozi. Number 18, A.B. Cavazos.
Mustafa Mbozi comes back in, number 7, and then also coming back in are A.B. Cavazos, and Isaac Rodriguez. Is my mouth working? And now we're ready for the corner kick from the far side over there. They do a short one, now a chip in, and it chips all the way through the penalty area. Heading over to get it is Braden Sutter. He'll have a throw in. Schneider sends one long, deep, and out of bounds. It will be a throw in for the Maize Eagles. You're supposed to tap me on the shoulder. Ding dong. I'm paying attention to what's happening in front of me, not to what's happening behind me. Sorry, folks. Didn't mean to show you the forest again. This one is out of play, and they're going to give it to Northwest on the throw. Could have called a foul there and did not. And they chip one in, intended for Urbano. Urbano still fighting for it. And now they call a foul, and it'll be a free kick for Maize High. 12 minutes and change remaining. Time is starting to wane here. Grizzlies need to get something cooking. They have one goal tonight, scored by Christian Urbano. Landon Vestring. Calvin Bell couldn't control it. Here comes an intercepted pass and a good one by Basil Schachtor. Nicely done by number 12. Soto on the far side. Centering one for Benning. Oh, and he couldn't one time at home. There's a shot and a save by Wesley. This one goes over the goal line. That should be a goal kick. What are they going to give it? Yes, that is a goal kick. We'll keep it right here this time.
And for the Grizzlies, number 10, Martin Soto Tovar.
Martin Soto Tovar comes back in for Northwest, and he'll probably replace Gabe Schilling. And yes, it is Gabe who's coming out. Good job by Gabe Schilling while he was in there. And here comes Maize with something cooking. Braden Sauter intercepts that pass and bangs it off his noggin. And now here's one too far for Urbano to get to, and Wesley will handle it himself. He'll quickly pick it up and have a goalkeeper distribution. That one goes out of play. It should belong to Northwest, and it does. Grizzlies will throw it in over there in front of the sellout crowd. Good crowd on hand tonight. Haven't mentioned that. Good crowd. Northwest traveled well as, of course, the hometown Maize Eagles. That one goes out of play and onto the football field next door. Here's Landon Vestring defensively, knocking it out of danger for the moment. Gustavo M. Boza centered it again. Schneider went down. Now there's a foul. They're going to call the foul against. Boy, Schneider's kind of hobbling around. You know, he's got a bad back. Smalley, a long one. Come on. Get in there and bang it home. Eagles come back with it. Oh, nice job by Schneider. That's Mr. Hustle right there. to Soto. Soto, there's a shot and a save by Wesley, and I think Wesley's overacting. It wasn't that hard a shot. And Schneider again, trying to get to the ball. Bending on the far side. Maize doesn't need to score. They just need to maintain possession. And that's pretty much what they're doing right here, is maintaining possession. There's a long shot. That's going to go over everything for a goal kick. Let's take 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Thanks to David and Jana Terhune for their sponsorship of Grizzly Soccer on YouTube again this year.
Gay Portillo, number 11, Cardradshaw, and number 13, Zach Papan.
Back on here, Maize High subbing in 3 players, including Carter Bradshaw, who's got both goals, or 2 of the 3 goals. And now Evan Locke will distribute it over here on the near side to Braden Sauter. The senior sends it forward. Schneider. And here comes Maize again. Grizzlies are unable to get anything going here. Whoops. Yep. All ball. He got the ball, but I was waiting for something else. Wesley gets it back, sends it forward again. Grizzlies fighting to get it back. Bell gets a foot on it. Schneider back for Bell. Bell goes down, and they're calling a foul. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. It'll be just outside the penalty area. Allow me to stand over here. And this is an indirect kick.
If it's indirect, then why?
Well, or is it? No, his hand is no longer up. I don't know why his hand was up. Soto, there's a one got headed over the goal line. That'll be a goal kick now for Maize. Let's take 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Grizzly Soccer on YouTube is sponsored in part by Tony Tahali. We thank Tony for his support of Grizzly Soccer.
On the far side, throw-in comes in for Maize. Vestring intercepts it, but can't get rid of it. Maize still with the ball, passing it around at midfield. Bassel shock to her, applying pressure. Now it goes out. It's Northwest ball. Quick throw-in comes in. And over here on the near side to Urbano from Ortiz. Urbano for Braden Sauter, who comes out of his defensive end. Goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest. Inside 5 to go. Second half, Grizzlies down 3-1. A chance for Calvin Bell, but couldn't control it. And now they're calling a foul, and it will be Maize's ball. It's not looking good here for Northwest at the moment. Sauter to Smalley. Smalley sends one up for Soto. And there's another long one all the way back for Evan Locke. He'll have an easy goalkeeper distribution. And sends it on the far side for Ortiz, who sends it forward to Soto. That isn't Ortiz. I'm sorry, Solis is what I meant to say. Now we have another whistle. And it looks like we have an offside. We do. So they're going to bring that ball way up here. And they'll take their time doing it. Now they start play again. Eagles have the ball and the lead. Not a good combination for Northwest. Clock ticking down now to 3 minutes. Grizzlies need a goal in a hurry. Schneider hustling for it. Ball still loose. Fans wanted a foul. In the air it goes. Oh, that went through the wickets of Vestring, but it'll be Evan Locke picking that one up. No big deal. And then Ortiz to Soto. Soto sends it wide here on the near side to Christian Urbano. To Benning. That one gets kicked out of play, and Grizzlies will have a throw in. Gabe Schilling will come back in, and he will replace 11, Christian Urbano. Urbano did a great job while he was in there. There's a crossing pass. There's a shot. Score! Now, there seems to be some confusion here. There is no confusion. Grizzlies cut the lead in half. It's 3-2. Minute 42 remaining.
Put in by number 15, Jesus Ortiz.
Ortiz gets the goal.
With a minute 42 left in the second half. The Eagles are up by 1.
Grizzlies need to get it back in a hurry and score in a hurry. Smalley with it. You know, Smalley's crossbar in the first few minutes of the game is really looking big now. Grizzlies have actually outshot Maize 15-13. But they trail 3-2. And we're approaching 1 minute remaining in regulation. Whoop. In the corner, it's finally bounded off. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. It's intercepted. Smalley gets it back and sends it forward. Now it gets headed out again. And we have a stoppage of time. Yellow card being given to Zach Pappen for obstruction on the throw-in. It comes with 36 seconds remaining.
Number 18, A.B. Cavazos.
We're going to keep it right here when the game ends, whenever it ends. Oh, there's a tough play. Nice tackle, though, by Landon Vestring, and a nice push that time by Angel DeLeon. Clock running, 25 to go. In the air it goes, and Schilling can't get to it before it goes out of bounds, and that's going to do it. They probably don't even need to throw it in. Last chance, 3-2-1, and there's the horn. And the game is final. Grizzlies fall tonight to the Maize Eagles by a score of 3-2. We're going to send it packing here right now. We'll tell you again, we will be on the air Tuesday at 3 o'clock, live from East High.
Northwest.
And the varsity game will be first pregame at 3, kickoff at 3:30. Please join us at East if you can, and on the line if you can. For Sussana Ontiveros and April Isbell and Gabby Mota, Kevin Arkin saying good night from Maize High, where the Grizzlies fall tonight 3-2. We'll see you on Tuesday.